Hello and welcome to Chinese Novel Audiobook. Explore our playlist for more captivating novels, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new audiobook. Now, let's dive into today's story. Chapter 61 Body Skills. What body skills? Huh. Su Yong said in surprise. Master Lu, you are seriously injured. It seems that your opponent is very strong. Huh. Lu Jun heaved a sigh of relief, and rarely smiled. Yeah, the opponent is a bit difficult, but fortunately you are here. Who is this? Lu Jun asked, but Chen Ling, who was on the opposite side, was not happy. Hey, don't you think me too seriously? Chen Ling was not happy, and immediately planned to teach a few people a lesson, let them know who is the king here. Is it useful to have more people? If there are more people useful, just compare who can give birth better. Su Yong looked up, and saw that the guy on the opposite side was quite handsome, but he felt a little perverted, and looked very uncomfortable. LV Zongbing ordered you to wait a moment, I will deal with this guy first. Lu Jun heard the same thing, and first joined hands to get the business done first. The opponent's movement is very strange, be careful. Before Lu Jun finished speaking, he saw Su Yong swung his sword and slashed towards the opposite side. This sword is extremely fast and powerful. But Lu Jun felt that he still couldn't hit the opponent. Forget it. When Su Yong finds out that he missed the hit, he will naturally come to ask him what happened. The young people nowadays are just too edgy. Sure enough, the result was exactly as he thought. Chen Ling easily dodged the attack, and with just a dodge, Su Yang's powerful artistic conception sword move fell through. Hey, the power is good, but unfortunately, it needs to hit me. After dodging a blow, Chen Ling looked at Su Yong with a smile, and commented with a relaxed expression. Su Yong immediately became upset. The crime on the head is LV40, which is higher than the previous master's crime level, and now he is still pretending to be aggressive in front of him. The level of guilt can be seen from the information he has collected so far. The more ordinary people you kill, the higher your level will be. The next moment, a vast sword intent erupted from Su Yang's body, and this sword intent instantly covered a radius of a kilometer. Su Yong raised his right hand, put his **** together like a sword, and pressed down. Sword pressure. The word fell down. The intent of the sword is turned into reality, and it directly carries out a covering strike. Boom. Chen Ling, who was still looking smug for the last second, was thrown into the forest. With a bang, the entire Beiduan mountain range was shaken. Under the pressure of the sword, directly flattened an area. Su Yong slowly landed and came to the opponent. Chen Ling was also crushed by the mountain at this time, unable to move. There was no calm expression on his face. Start struggling, flustered, scared. Don't move, it will be fine soon. Then he didn't bother to talk nonsense with this person, and cut him off with a sharp sword. He has no habit of torturing people, even if the other party is heinous. Open black lens bracket will of all beings +40 close black lens bracket. Finished Chen Ling with a sword, collected the opponent's storage bag, and Su Yong returned to the sky. Master Lu, what did you just say? Agility. What agility? Su Yong looked at Lu Jun suspiciously. He seemed to have said something just now. Because of doing it, I didn't hear it very clearly. The corner of Lu Jun's mouth twitched. What kind of monster is this? I don't have much agility. Brother Su's strength still needs some agility. Since we have solved this evil cultivator of the master, we should also get rid of the rest of the evil cultivators. Ji Yushu held back his laughter. His current feeling is just one word. Cool. Following Su Yang's side for the past few days, he is numb. Now it's really comforting to see other people's jaws drop. Su Yong nodded approvingly. That's right, it's time to get rid of these evil cultivators. Hey, wait, don't move. Lu Jun was puzzled, didn't he go to solve the remaining evil cultivators? The sword intent on Su Yong exuded the sword intent of the vast sea again, and the sky turned into a sea of sword intent at this moment. This kind of sword intent has become substantive. In the next moment, the vast ocean of sword intent turned into a long sword of artistic conception. Thousands of 3-foot-long swords were suspended in midair, behind Su Yong. Floating gently up and down. Wang Jian returns to the clan. Go. Wang Jian followed Su Yang's command, and quickly passed Su Yang's side. Falling down overwhelmingly. The warriors of the Junwu division in the fierce battle, the monks of the rivers and lakes watched the evil cultivator in front of him being beheaded with a sword. No matter the third grade or the first grade, no one is spared. At this time, they withdrew from the fierce fighting state and looked at the sky. Just found out. There is a rain of swords falling from the sky. Thousands of swords pierced the heart, piercing the heart of evil cultivators. The fierce battlefield is instantly quiet. It's like a bustling street. When there is a lot of people's voices, it suddenly becomes silent. The scene is extremely weird. Everyone looked to the sky, and they also saw the instigator. Su Yang. Is that Su Yang? There are two meanings of determination and doubt in the voice. Feeling everyone's eyes, Su Yang didn't care, he was used to it. Everywhere is the focus, what can I do? He is also very helpless. Then the same operation as before, let them touch the corpse for themselves, and Su Yang took his own share. If it doesn't belong to him, it doesn't move. After all, under the spider web, he can clearly lock every corpse of the evil cultivator he killed. Open black lens bracket the will of all beings plus 1221. Close black lens bracket. Again, a large sum is added to the will of all beings. Every time the will of sentient beings is increased, Su Yang is both happy and not so happy. Happiness is that the will of all living beings is helpful to him, which is of great benefit to him. Unhappiness is the origin of the will of these sentient beings, and it must be the death of many innocent people. People are profit-seeking, that's okay. But the reason why people are people is that people don't only see benefits in their eyes. Su Yang wasn't overly hypocritical, and he didn't kill innocent people, he just felt sympathy for those who died. After finishing here, Su Yang looked at Lu Jun. Master Lu Zongbing, I will take a step first to support other places. Okay. Lu Jun had a complicated look on his face. What evil did he see? Sword intent. This is just sword intent. In just a few minutes, he seemed to see the demeanor of a sword fairy. Some things are true, but not false. Watching Su Yang leave, and then watching Ji Yushu following behind Su Yang. There was some suspicion in his eyes. Is this guy really Master Su Yang? It doesn't look like it now. Fire sword gate attack direction. The situation here is more tragic than the first two. Many corpses have been piled up on the ground. The battle between the two masters was more violent than the previous two. A radius of several kilometers has been destroyed. There is a flame burning, which is the effect of the Huojianmen raging fire sword art. Flame and blood intertwined, forming a tragic scene. Su Yang Yujian came. Seeing this scene, he didn't say much. First, he swung his sword casually at the Grandmaster battlefield where the fierce battle was taking place. The sword intent turned into reality, pierced through the air, and slashed towards Xiaoxiu with an unstoppable posture. Grandmaster Xiaoxiu only slightly felt the power of the sword intent, his complexion changed drastically, and his reaction was extremely quick. After several points on his body, his blood burst out instantly. Forbidden sword art bloodthirsty slash. The originally burly Master Xiaoxiu went dry in the blink of an eye, as if he had been drained dry. At the same time, a lot of energy and blood burst out from his body, and instantly appeared behind him like a vast ocean. In the end, all of them were continuously compressed, gathered on his long knife and swung out by him. When the knife was swung out, the sky was soaked in blood, and it looked blood red within a radius of 10,000 meters. Desperately, the knife of the Master Xiaoxiu and Su Yang's sword were cancelled out in midair. Seeing this, Grandmaster Xiaoxiu gasped heavily, feeling alive. Huh. Su Yang was surprised, and actually blocked his sword intent. That's right, how about another sword? Su Yang waved lightly, and struck out with another sword. There was no wave in the ancient well, as if there was no wave. Grandmaster Xiaoxiu's body froze, watching the sword intent approaching from far away, firmly holding the long knife in his hand. In the end, he didn't even have the courage to draw a knife. At this last moment, countless complex emotions emerged in his eyes. Is this day finally here? Yeah, from the beginning of this road, it is a matter of time. At first, he thought that there was still a chance to turn back after embarking on this road. It was only later that I realized that once something has been done, there is no turning back. Come on, put an end to my sinful past. Finally, He let go of the long knife in his hand, opened his arms, and looked at the sword intent that was getting closer, with relief in his eyes. Open black lens bracket will of all beings plus 3 close black lens bracket. Chapter 62 Sweep. When targeting this evil cultivator, Su Yang didn't notice the level of sin on the opponent's head. Is it only level 3? This really surprised Su Yang. It is only a 3rd level sin at the Grandmaster level. Perhaps this is a person with a story. Unfortunately, I took the wrong path. This is often the case, some paths are chosen by you, no matter what kind of person you are. Maybe there is no chance to quit. Don't say you don't want to quit. People on this road will not agree with you not to do it. Abyss demons will not watch their kind step towards the light. They will only pull you deeper and deeper into the abyss. No matter how sinful LV3 is, he is definitely not a good person. Su Yang shook his head, stopped thinking so much, and with a thought, he took this master's evil cultivator storage bag into his hand. At Shahuo Jianmen, Zhang Yan, I met Elder Ji Yu, a high-ranking disciple of Tianjian Mountain. Zhang Yan bowed his hands and saluted, watching his opponent being instantly killed by a sword. He was shocked at the same time, and at the same time recognized him. The elder of the outer sect of Tianjian Mountain, Ji Yu Shu, as for the other one. Zhang Yan felt bitter in his heart. Wasn't that the person offended by a genius disciple in his sect a few days ago? This time it was really miserable. Fortunately, my disciple was crushed and beaten last time. I will have to warn you later. Zhang Yan's eyes flashed, and he glanced down. Zhang Liming, who was fighting fiercely with the evil cultivator, shuddered fiercely, as if he was being targeted by something terrifying. Hastily pulled himself together and looked at his opponent. I'm going to Su Yang. Su Yang replied, and then said, let's deal with the evil cultivators first. Listen to Master Su. Zhang Yan replied respectfully. Just thinking about how to make a move, suddenly his movements stopped abruptly. While he was thinking, tens of thousands of 3-foot-long swords floated from behind Su Yang. Slammed down towards the battlefield below with a wave of his hand. Bang bang bang. The explosions in the mountains continued one after another, and each evil cultivator died tragically in an instant. 10,000 swords return to the sect, and all evil cultivators will be wiped out. Open black lens bracket will of all beings plus 1102 close black lens bracket. The disciples of the fire sword sect and the cultivators of Zhonghu, watching the evil cultivator in front of them being instantly killed by a sword, their bodies froze in place and did not dare to move. The heart beats extremely fast, if the sword falls on them. At this time, they will end up the same as the evil cultivators. They couldn't help looking up at the sky, and what they saw was the falling sword rain covering the sky and blocking out the sun. After the sword rain, there is a scene where Su Yang swung his hand with one hand. Su Yang. Facing the recent influential figures in Tianfeng County, how could they not know? Su Yang slowly fell from midair, and said with a smile, can you help me collect my share of spoils? There was a moment of silence in the arena, and a fierce reaction broke out in an instant. No problem. Su Jianxian, wait a moment, it will be ready soon. The monks of the rivers and lakes felt as if they had been beaten with chicken blood for a while. Just now, it was Wan Jian Guizong. The rain of swords that permeated the entire sky crashed down. Why not a sword fairy? Fortunately, the resources carried by these evil cultivators are banknotes, medicine pills and the like, and the area is not large. Now he has enough storage equipment in his hands, and there are already 4 storage bags hanging around his waist, as well as a storage ring. There is enough space. If the evil cultivators under these masters also have storage bags instead of carrying things in their pockets, Su Yang can also use his sword intent to clean the battlefield by himself. After taking his own share, Su Yang ordered Zhang Yan of Fire Sword Sect to lead the people to leave the mountain range as soon as possible, while he left gracefully and went to the next place. In the arena, most of the Zhonghu cultivators watched Su Yang leave with envy and awe. Only the Huojianmen disciple looked embarrassed and complicated. They were taught a lesson by Su Yang a few days ago. Now that Su Yang is so majestic in front of them, they are admiring and embarrassed at the same time. It was Zhonglai who made them look like this. Under the vague eyes of the Huojianmen disciples, Zhonglai felt a little ashamed. My heart is also a little angry. Who knew the opponent was so powerful? I used to be great, but you come to lick me. Big brother, each one is more affectionate than the other. Now that someone is better than me, you immediately changed your partner, right? Still use their eyes to yin and yang me. Zhang Lai gritted his teeth, and his whole body was a little off. Walking with the sword, Su Yang came to the next battlefield within a few breaths. At first glance, the two grandmasters fought back and forth, quite fiercely, and the battle has not yet ended. Su Yang waved his sword casually. The real man turned his head back confidently, and when he raised his hand, he was gathering thousands of swords to return to the clan. Zhou Kuang is fighting against the evil cultivator. Both he and Xiaoxiu were injured, and neither of them got any benefit from the other. If the fighting continues, it is still unknown who will die. At this moment, a sword intent passed by him and rushed towards the evil cultivator. Zhou Kuang was shocked. Who? Just as he felt the sword intent had already flown past him. If this blow was aimed at him, then he is already dead at this time. Before he turned his head to look, he found that the evil cultivator who had been fighting fiercely with him for at least half an hour had been cut in half by that sword. The opponent didn't even have time to resist. Open black lens bracket will of all beings +32 close black lens bracket. Who is the master of this sword intent? Zhou Kuang turned his head and saw a young man and an old man. Both of them walked in the sky, obviously both were masters. Originally, he subconsciously thought that this sword will be cut by the old man. But looking at the thousands of 3-foot swords floating behind Su Yang, he immediately reacted. It's this young man. Zhou Kuang's pupils dilated infinitely, such a young grandmaster. Why does it feel familiar? Under careful consideration, Zhou Kuang felt a thump in his heart. Su Yang. While he was thinking, Su Yang had already waved out Wanjian Guizong. Smash down. All sword intents accurately hit Xie Shu. Third product, second product, first product. All were instantly killed. Seeing these scenes, Zhou Kuang was terrified. Open black lens bracket will of all beings +1331 close black lens bracket. The battle is over, this time without waiting for Su Yang to go down. Ji Yushu went down at the right time and said, "My friends, can you collect the spoils of evil cultivators killed by my sword master?" Following Ji Yushu's speech, these shocked and immobile people also reacted and acted immediately. But it didn't affect them looking at Su Yang floating in midair. With just one glance, they recognized that it was Su Yang. Tianfeng County has been the most popular recently. The key is Su Yang's current strength. Is it too scary? Also, the master who flew down just now is called Sword Master Su Yang. What is the identity of the Sword Master? Could it be the descendant of a certain powerful force? Thinking of this possibility, the quack cultivator became excited. It seems that some secret is about to be revealed by them. Su Yang calmly flew in the midair with his sword, and became more and more satisfied with Ji Yushu. If he is really on the road and knows to take the initiative to do these things, then he doesn't have to go on. After Ji Yushu finished collecting the spoils of this battlefield, Su Yang went to the next battlefield again. It was also the last battlefield, nothing special, just like before, he solved the battle with 2 moves. One move to destroy the master, one move to destroy hundreds of evil cultivators. Open black lens bracket will of all beings +1222 close black lens bracket. The will of all beings will add another wave. After pretending a few times, Su Yang has lost interest, so he simply let the people who chased the moon pavilion leave. Su Yang's indifferent appearance made the quack monks even more fanatical. Sword Immortal deserves to be a Sword Immortal. Su Yang saw that these people were almost gone, and he was also thinking about which direction to drop a spark. He didn't plan to run away one by one for the few evil cultivator strongholds left. By the way, he also wants to see himself attacking with all his strength now. Chapter 63 The beginning of the sword spark. Opening square bracket. In the Beiduan mountain range, Li Xing felt that the outside world was shaking a bit. I was a little annoyed for a while. What the is Tu Beisheng doing? He had a headache, and Tu Beisheng probably took his words for farting again. Li Xing angrily opened the blood demon realm. When he saw the scene in the mountains, he was in a bad mood. He only felt that there was a word in his mind that he wanted to say, but he couldn't say it. It's fine that there are corpses strewn all over the mountain, but why are they all the corpses of his disciples from the blood-refining sect? And what is the starlight giant sword that fell from midair? Just as Li Xing raised his doubts, he saw that the wall in the cave was broken. It seems that there are fire and stars coming. That is a sword like a star. Su Yong found a location that could cover all the strongholds of evil cultivators. The sword intent spread from his body, covering the entire sky in a moment. The huge sword that surpassed 1,000 meters rose slowly from the back of Su Yong, standing upright behind him. The body of the giant sword is like the universe, dark, mysterious, unknown, and stars. The tip of the sword is like cutting through the void flames, with flames flowing on both sides, burning slowly. The beginning of the sword, starfire. Su Yong waved his hand, Xingwo slashed towards the mountains from behind him. With this sword, the color of the sky and the earth changed, the scorching sun took refuge temporarily, and fell into the mountains. The fringe area of Baidwan Mountains cracked inch by inch and spread all the way. In the blink of an eye, an abyss of hundreds of miles was cut out. The mountain here was cut out of an abyss. The remaining sword intent raged, and the falling rocks shattered at the touch. Under the abyss, all crimes are wiped out. Open black lens bracket the will of all beings plus 2433. Close black lens bracket. Let's go, Mr. Gu. After killing all the evil cultivators in the Baidwan mountain range with one sword, Su Yong turned around and left with a ha-ha. Okay, sword master. Ji Yushu followed behind Su Yong obediently. Looked at the Bili abyss cut out by a sword. Only one thought in mind. The sky changes. After a few breaths, they returned to the outskirts of the Baidwan mountains with their swords. At this time, all major sects and monks from the rivers and lakes also gathered here. Seeing Su Yong appear, everyone spoke respectfully. Welcome Su Jianxian. Called together, the sound turned into waves, resounding through the Baidwan mountains. Everyone is overrated. Su Yong waved his hands again and again. I have only learned a few swordsmanship, and I still don't deserve the reputation of a sword fairy. Sword immortal. In Su Yang's view, the sword immortal is an existence that transcends everything in the world. He can't do it now, but he will admit it when he does it in the future. It's just that Su Yang's modesty made everyone speechless. Why don't you stop being humble? Whether Su Yang accepts it or not, his identity as a sword fairy will definitely spread. The sword that turned the stars of the universe just now, they all saw it in their eyes. One sword changes the sky. A sword cut out of the abyss of hundreds of miles. This has the power of changing the world. If it was said before, everyone still needs to think about it. The name of Sword Fairy can only be spread in Tianfeng County. Don't think about it now. Su Yang, he can be called a sword immortal throughout Great Sha. Master Yi, the evil cultivators in the Baidwan Mountains have been dealt with. I dare not answer your son's voice. Yi Tianba's complexion was complicated. At this time, he had already understood the cause and effect, and even saw the sword that Su Yang slashed just now. Heavenly changes. 19-year-old heavenly changes. The weather in Daxia is about to change. It doesn't matter whether Su Yang is facing the court or wants to become king on his own. The situation of the entire Great Sha will change next. Only 19 years old, is the sky change environment, so how far is it from the martial saint? My lord is joking. Su Yang replied with a smile. You answer me truthfully, but you have reached the heaven transformation realm. Yi Tianba looked complicated. This may be achieved, I'm not too sure. Su Yang is telling the truth, he is indeed not sure. Just as the two were talking, Huojianman Master Zhang Yan came with Zhang Lai. Golden Knife Gate Grand Master Zhou Kuang came with Cao Kai. Su Jianxian, the disciples in the sect were ignorant and offended you before. I am very sorry. Zhang Yan spoke in a low voice, then glared at Zhang Lai. What are you doing in a daze, sorry? Zhang Lai was also unambiguous, and stepped forward to admit his mistake. Su Jianxian, I was wrong last time, and I would like to let you handle it next time. Cao Kai stepped forward after Zhou Kuang hinted, I'm the same, I hope Su Jianxian will deal with it. It's not me you guys are attacking. Su Yang shook his head and said, you are attacking the common people. Su Yang looked at them seriously. We cultivate and become stronger. We don't ask you to do something for the people, but we shouldn't show our prestige in front of ordinary people and cause losses to ordinary people. Don't the common people know that warriors are so strong that they can't afford to provoke them? I think that my monks should swing their swords against hegemony, injustice, and bullying the weak, and should not bully the weaker. What do you guys think? After Su Yong finished speaking, the eyes of everyone present changed. They were surprised in their hearts. They didn't expect Su Yong to say these words. Yes, they have cultivated to this level, and often they don't care about ordinary people. I don't think I'm superior, and I don't even think of ordinary people in my eyes. Su Yang's words made them enlightened instantly, and they were a little sober. What Su Zhanxian said is true. We will keep in mind. Several people straightened their bodies and saluted Su Yang respectfully. This ceremony is not an apology, nor is it admiration for Su Yang's strength. Is a man who admires Su Yang. A seed is planted in their hearts. They will grow slowly until they change the practice atmosphere of this world. Yi Tianba stared at Su Yang closely, and he was also moved by Su Yang's words. He has cultivated to this level, and at the same time, as the official of the parents of the people, he often doesn't care too much about the people. Thinking about it now, I feel ashamed. While everyone was talking, Su Yang suddenly felt something was wrong. Why is the blood in the air still so strong? Master Yi, why is there still blood in the air? Is this normal? Yi Tianba was stunned for a moment, and quickly sensed it. Not good. The Beidwan mountain range is not the core of the blood sacrifice formation, it's probably just a decoy. Yi Tianba immediately noticed a problem, and at the same time looked at the formation master Zuo Ming. Zuo Ming also reacted, and immediately began to check, and soon he looked at everyone in shame. This place is indeed not the core of the blood sacrifice formation. I checked that the blood sacrifice formation has not been destroyed. Although Yi Tianba was in a hurry, he knew it was not time to blame him. There was so much movement in the Beidwan mountains, he thought it was the location of the blood sacrifice formation. Can you find the core? Zuo Ming looked into the distance with a wry smile. There's no need to look for him, he's already in the opening stage. Following Zuo Ming's gaze, a column of blood rose into the sky in the distance, and a large amount of blood filled the sky and began to spread to the entire Tianfeng County. When the blood energy completely covered the entire sky of Tianfeng County, it was the time when the blood sacrifice formation was fully opened. Everyone, we still have an hour. After an hour, the blood sacrifice formation will be fully opened. Although Zuo Ming was ashamed, he was not ambiguous, and told all the information he could learn. 1 hour. Everyone's heart sank, feeling very bad. How could they solve the blood sacrifice formation in an hour? Maybe even the people from the blood refining sect haven't dealt with it yet. But they seem to have forgotten something crucial. Intel. 1 hour. Su Yang touched his chin. It's enough. Chapter 64 Evil Spirits. While these people spoke, Su Yang was already considering new sword moves. Since there is not much time, it must be rushed there as quickly as possible. Although Yu Jianshu is handsome, his speed is not very fast. In just one thought, he had already created a new sword move. Open black lens bracket. Use your body as a sword. Luguang. Close black lens bracket. This move is a move that wraps the whole body with sword intent and turns into a streamer to increase the speed to the extreme. Its purpose is only one: speed, the fastest speed. Which direction is the core of the blood sacrifice formation? Su Yang pointed to the place where the blood was shining, and asked Zuo Ming. Yes. Zuo Ming replied immediately. Okay, since the situation is urgent, I will go first. After Su Yang said something to everyone, he turned into a beam of light soaring into the sky, and disappeared in front of everyone in the blink of an eye. Everyone was dumbfounded when they saw this. Su Yang's speed, and they are not only unable to see clearly, but also difficult to perceive. Especially the people in chasing the moon pavilion, who felt the deepest. They originally specialized in speed, but now, they can't even see each other's shadow in terms of speed, let alone lock onto each other and surpass each other. After 10 breaths, Su Yang came to the place where the blood was shining. This is a city, the windy city of celebrities. Su Yang did not expect that the final core of the blood sacrifice formation would be under the city. Perhaps this is what many people did not think of. That's why there are omissions. Anyway, Let's fix this first. The spider web was launched, and the sword intent on his body spread, covering every corner of 100 miles. With sword intent pervading, there is no such thing as a dead angle. Soon he discovered the core of the blood sacrifice formation. It is deep underground, and there are not many people in the core position, only 10 people. It seems that the blood refining sect has spent a lot of money in using the Baidwan mountain range as a bait. Most of the power of the blood refining sect should be in the Baidwan mountains. Although this is the core, there should only be the suzerain and some elites. Already found traces of evil cultivators, Su Yong took action immediately without delay. A dodge came to the entrance of the underground world. When Su Yong appeared here, he immediately startled the two evil cultivators guarding the entrance. Both of them are first-rank cultivation bases, but they didn't see how Su Yong appeared. But that doesn't stop them from taking action against the intruders. Qi and blood surged, and the two moved towards Su Yong at the same time. Su Yong sent out two sword intents with one move of his mind. Shish. Boom. The sword intent slashed, two heads flew up, and the corpse still maintained a forward posture, rushing forward a few steps before falling down. Open black lens bracket will of all beings +2 1 close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket will of all beings +2 3 close black lens bracket. After beheading two first grades, Su Yong walked forward again. This underground world is very spacious, even if 4 or 5 people walk together, they will not feel crowded. Su Yong just took 2 steps forward. Someone stopped in front of him again. Yo, here comes a blood meal. In the darkness, a figure slowly walked out with a playful smile on his face. Boy, how did you find this place? Did you kill those two trash at the door? Although Su Yang's movement was very small, he was still easily noticed in front of the master. It's just, what's the use of realizing it? Su Yong didn't have the desire to communicate with the other party. In a thought, a sword intent transformed into form and slashed over. The other party was about to speak, but was cut in half the next moment. Open black lens bracket will of all beings +2 9 close black lens bracket. After beheading this person, there was no obstacle in front of Su Yong, and soon he walked all the way deep underground. The location of the altar. With the arrival of Su Yong, all the evil cultivators guarding the core position looked sideways. Why did an outsider come in? Why do you care so much? Kill him, don't let him affect the suzerain. Someone said lightly. Although they were surprised by Su Yang's appearance, they didn't care too much about it. The movement Su Yong made outside was too small. Although they sensed it, they only thought that the guards were walking around. After all, the guards are Yipan and Grandmaster, so it shouldn't be silent. Be careful. Qi Yuanshou didn't make any movement at the door. I'm afraid it's not easy for someone to come. That's true, but no matter how easy it is, you have to die. Su Yong looked at it at a glance, and this place is already the core position, and the altar is in front. In the center of the altar, there is a person sitting cross-legged, who seems to be refining something. Presumably this is the suzerain of the blood refining sect. Before Su Yong could observe for a while, a ***** palm print came towards him. Su Yong shook his head. Why are you in such a hurry to die? 7 exquisite sword intents condensed from Su Yang's back, and as soon as his thoughts moved, he slashed towards the 7 people in the field. Among these 7 people, there are 4 masters and 3 grand masters. But so what? Su Yong is not very clear about his own strength. It must have surpassed the celestial phenomena realm. As for whether it is the celestial transformation realm or above the celestial transformation realm, he does not know. Not important for now. 7 sword intents were struck out, and the ***** palm prints that struck exploded at the touch. Not good. Xiaoshou's complexion changed, and each of them immediately used defensive methods, trying to resist Su Yang's attack. It's a pity that their defense is like paper. The sword intent swept across, and 6 heads fell to the ground. Open black lens bracket will of all beings +2 3 3 close black lens bracket. 4 masters died, 2 great masters. But there is still a hint missing. Su Yong looked towards the middle of the altar. The man is not dead. Su Yong felt strange. He clearly saw the sword intent across the opponent's neck, and even this guy's head flew up. But in the end, he took it back by himself. Weird. Su Yong stared at the altar. Seeing that there was no movement from the other party, he decided to strike again. At this moment, black air billowed from the opponent's body. Damn. Damn, it's over, it's over. If there is no chance, there is still a chance. Fang Chengdao's body began to mutate, his skin darkened and swelled, and he lost his human appearance in the blink of an eye. Su Yong was startled. What monster? Raising your hand as a sword. This sword cut Fang Chengdao in half. But the result made Su Yong turn pale with shock. Fang Chengdao, who was cut in half and his body was separated, got back together again. Seeing this weird scene for the first time, Su Yong was surprised, and at the same time, he was very interested in the situation. If you chop this person into pieces, can you recover? Su Yong is eager to try. But at the next moment, the opponent's body that was not fully closed disappeared in a flash, and ran towards the outside world. The speed is very fast, but it is a pity that the spider web covers a radius of 100 miles, unless the opponent can run out of this range in an instant. As for speed, the next moment, Su Yong turned into a ray of light and followed out. Keep up with each other in the blink of an eye. In just a moment, they came out of the ground and came to the outside world. Su Yong is not polite, and the sword intent enveloped the opponent. Destroyed. The thought fell, and the sword intent raged on Fang Chengdao, crushing Fang Chengdao into ***** in an instant. Don't talk about the whole body, not even the broken body. Huh. Su Yong was shocked, still alive. As for why he was sure, it was because he didn't receive a prompt. What is this stuff? Although there is no residue of this person in place, Su Yong did not leave and just waited in place. He wants to see if this guy can be resurrected. Within a few minutes, a monster that completely lost its human form appeared in front of Su Yong. The body is swollen and huge, with tumor-like things hanging on his body. Chaos, evil breath blowing towards the face. This can't help but remind Su Yong of the evil spirits he just learned about a few days ago. The more you think about it, the more likely it is. Evil spirits don't just possess the characteristic of immortality. You need to use the power that the opponent is afraid of to kill the opponent. It is somewhat similar to a rule-based monster. But isn't this guy a human? It's not right, this guy really can't be called a human now. You can't kill me. Fang Chengdao's voice was hoarse, and there was resentment in his eyes. If it wasn't for Su Yong making trouble, he wouldn't be like this. So at this time he hated Su Yong very much, but he knew that Su Yang's strength completely crushed his existence, and it was useless to just hate. What he needs most now is to get out of here quickly. Otherwise, even if Su Yong can't kill him, his consciousness will gradually be affected by this evil spirit, and finally become a real evil spirit. Let me go, or I will start with the people of this city. Threaten me. Su Yong calmly said. Then come and try. Now Su Yong doesn't know what power this guy is afraid of. He doesn't have an evil spirit stone in his hand, so he can't detect it, so he can only wait for Ji Yushu to come over. However, he wants to see how many times the opponent can be resurrected, and whether it is really impossible to kill except for the strength of restraint. Su Yong scoffed at Fang Chengdao's threat. Looking for further reading, asking for a monthly pass. Brothers, go. My Dao heart, Hu Hansen, is back. Chapter 65 Sword of Heaven Thunder. Seeing Su Yang's refusal, Fang Chengdao became furious and wanted to rush towards Lufeng City. After the faint words sounded, his hope was completely shattered. Sword Domain. Under Su Yang's control, the sword intent covered Fang Chengdao's location, entering a berserk state, tearing up everything in the space. This kind of sword domain is his own idea, a kind of application of sword intent. The power is naturally the power of the sword itself, not the power of the sword move. For now, it is completely sufficient. Fang Chengdao watched helplessly as his body was instantly torn apart by countless sword intents, and finally fell into darkness. Because even his head is gone. But he is not afraid, because he can still live. Currently he has become half-fused with the evil spirit. If you want to fully integrate, you must return to the place where the evil spirit was born, and only with the help of the breath there can you have a chance. But now Su Yong doesn't give him a chance at all. If this continues, even if his body does not die, his consciousness will dissipate. Then what's the point of him being completely reduced to a monster? Thinking of this, he began to get scared. He wanted to wait for Su Yang to leave before resurrecting. But even the evil spirits can't control the special ability of this evil spirit, let alone him. The resurrection time will become slower and slower with each death. The speed at the beginning is still very fast. When he was resurrected again, he immediately wanted to ask for mercy. Unfortunately, he was enveloped by the sword intent, and the violent sword intent tore him apart in an instant, and he couldn't even utter a word. He could only see Su Yang looking at him curiously. Seems to want to see how many times he can be resurrected. When he read this message from Su Yang's eyes, his heart felt chilled. Su Yang was not in a hurry to destroy the blood sacrifice formation. Right now, the blood sacrifice formation is only activated, and it will take another hour to fully activate and cover the entire Tianfeng County. The main reason is that he needs to use the blood sacrifice formation to attract Ji Yushu and the others. Now he can't leave. If Ji Yushu and the others don't come, if the blood sacrifice formation is destroyed, wouldn't it be a bit bad? So don't worry, we'll talk about it when someone arrives. Within an hour, as masters, they can naturally arrive here. In about 10 minutes, the Grand Master team headed by Yi Tianba arrived at Lufeng City first. When these people entered his spider web sensing range, they were caught by him instantly. Although his spider web can only sense people. However, it can also be analyzed through their speed and path whether they are masters or not. Has entered the scope of his sword intent, he can act. As long as the scope of his activities can cover this weird evil cultivator with sword intent, he can move. It doesn't mean that you can't move in place. Currently, the evil cultivator is covered by his sword domain, and if he is resurrected, he will die if he is resurrected. There is no need to watch. He turned into a beam of light and disappeared in place in an instant. Appeared in front of many masters in the blink of an eye. Yi Tianba and the others hurried on their way. Suddenly there was a figure in front of them. It turned out to be Su Yang. Everyone stopped immediately. How's the situation? Yi Tianba asked aloud. The situation is considered to be under control. As for the specific situation, you will know after walking with me. Su Yang replied. Okay. Yi Tianba was overjoyed, thinking about it was right. With Su Yang's strength, it seemed that it would not be difficult to solve the blood refining sect. Yi Tianba and others couldn't wait to follow Su Yang forward. In order to take care of these people, Su Yang could only give up using Lu Guang and use Yujian to fly instead. Old Ji Yu, do you still have that evil spirit stone? Su Yang asked on the way. Yes. Ji Yushu was keenly aware of the problem. Sword Master, did evil spirits appear? Su Yang nodded. Then give me a piece. Ji Yushu took out an evil spirit stone from the storage bag, and handed it to Su Yang with a heavy expression. If you don't handle it well, it will be troublesome. Trouble. Su Yang shook his head and said, no trouble. Ji Yushu smiled wryly and didn't explain much. The sword master saw that he had never been beaten by evil spirits. Some evil spirits are afraid of something too special. If you really want to meet a special one that can't be killed, won't it be troublesome? After a while, everyone came to a place next to Lufeng City. After coming here, they immediately saw an area shrouded in raging sword intent. In this special sword domain, an evil spirit happened to be resurrected, and everyone looked at the sword intent and instantly killed the evil spirit. The kind that doesn't even leave scum. Hiss, a top-level Grand Master level evil spirit. Even though he only saw it, Yi Tianba still felt the power of the evil spirit. The masters who followed were also frightened. Is this the strength of Tianchangqing? Killing the Grand Master is the same as playing. Only Ji Yushu was relatively calm. Really, it's a small scene, so there's nothing to make a fuss about. The blood sacrifice formation is inside, you go and have a look, and destroy the formation by the way. Su Yang got the evil spirit stone, and was busy testing what power the evil spirits were afraid of, so he just asked them to go. Everyone looked at each other and walked towards the underground cave. Su Yang is here waiting for the result of the evil spirit stone. It takes a little time, and how long it takes depends on the quality of the evil spirit stone and the strength of the evil spirit. Soon the breath of the blood sacrifice array gradually disappeared. The blood energy that had just enveloped the entire Lufeng city dissipated. Ordinary people simply don't know about it. Ji Yushu came out first, and handed 7 storage bags to Su Yang respectfully. Master Sword Master, you forgot to collect your spoils. Su Yong took a look, as if he had indeed forgotten. At that time, I was quite excited to see the immortality of evil spirits. But this Ji Yushu is really sensible. You take it first. Clear. Yi Tianba and the others had already walked out. Seeing Ji Yushu like this, they didn't think it was a big deal. They've identified. Ji Yushu is one of Su Yang's guards and a follower. It's just that this follower is about the same strength as them. After a few minutes of induction, the evil spirit stone responded. Wisps of thunder flashed and jumped on the evil spirit stone. This is fear of thunder and lightning. Su Yong was not too sure, so he looked at Ji Yushu. That's right, Sword Master, this evil spirit is probably afraid of thunder and lightning. When Ji Yushu saw this, he was thinking of countermeasures, and various forces flashed through his mind. Which sect has the power to cultivate the lightning system? Sword Master, according to my memory, Tianlai Mountain, Wuji Liman, Fengali Villa, these forces all have strong people in the celestial phenomena realm. However, it may be difficult to invite an existence of this level to take action. Don't be so troublesome, you guys back off. Su Yong shook his head, wouldn't it be good to create one yourself? Although Ji Yushu didn't understand what Su Yong was going to do, he still signaled Yi Tianba and others to back off. Su Yong consumed 30 wisps of sentient beings will in one thought to forge a thunder attribute sword move. According to the law, this evil spirit is about to be resurrected, so Su Yong also withdrew from the sword domain. After waiting for a cup of tea, the evil spirit finally came back to life. Feeling that he was not dead, Feng Chengdao immediately said, "Let me go. Let me go. You can't kill me. While I am still conscious, you let me go and let me integrate successfully. After that, I am willing to be your help." Su Yong didn't even look at each other. Help. Sin on the head. LV723. Sin of this level, it. He doesn't need such help. Use my sword intent to create changes in the world. Sword of the Sky Thunderclap. As Su Yang's words fell, the clear sky was shrouded in dark clouds. There are lightning and thunder interlacing among the rolling thunderclouds. A giant sword composed of azure blue lightning tore through the billowing thundercloud and fell from it. Chapter 66 Fragments of the Tao of Heaven. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. A sword fell, and the evil spirits transformed by Feng Chengdao could not die again. At the place where the opponent died completely, a spiritual light appeared, and then flew towards Su Yong, floating in front of Su Yong. Su Yong was taken aback. What is it? Heaven. Save. A few intermittent words suddenly entered Su Yang's mind. Su Yong is confused. Is this thing still conscious? From this thing, Su Yong didn't feel anything wrong. After thinking about it, he took out his sword. Can you possess me? Su Yong opened his mouth tentatively, and the flash of inspiration entered Su Yang's sword. Su Yong narrowed his eyes, planning to study it later. Although it feels very hanging, he feels that his sword intent can also obliterate this thing. Then there is no need to hang up, the sword intent is still the best. Open black lens bracket will of all beings plus 7233 close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket mission completed. Will of all beings plus 1500 close black lens bracket. Papa. Done. Su Yong clapped his hands. When he saw the increased will of all living beings, Su Yong had a thought. Not 723. Could it be that the number of sentient beings' wills will be doubled by 10 times after surpassing level 100? What about the other stuff? Su Yong noticed this point. But it seems that this guy is undoubtedly the suzerain of the blood refining sect. After Feng Chengdao was dealt with, the task of solving the blood refining sect in his hand was also completed at the same time. Then this matter will end here. Ji Yushu, who retreated to the side, blinked. Yes. He understood the reason why the sword master told him to back off. Just look at the jaws of Yi Tianba and others who are about to drop. The matter is basically settled. Yi Tianba needs to bring people here to count the military exploits, and it will probably take a little time. But what is certain is that Su Yong will take most of the credit this time. It was not Su Yang's turn to take care of what happened next, so he didn't stay here. Take Ji Yushu back to the county town. Walking on the street back to the inspection department, Su Yong asked, Old Ji Yu, how long have we been out? It will take less than an hour to return to the sword master. Ji Yushu still remembered the time, mainly because the whole process was too fast. That's okay, it didn't take long. Su Yong nodded, expressing his satisfaction. Then he opened the panel to check the harvest for an hour. Open black lens bracket Tianqian sword close black lens bracket. Sword intent. LV30, 0 thousandths. Sword move. Xingwo, LV30, Yujian, LV30, Spider Web, LV30, Gangster, LV30, Streamer, LV30, Thunder, LV30. Will of all beings. 17,865. Coverage area. Qianpeng County. Will transformation. Consuming a wisp of sentient will, can increase the proficiency of sword intent by 100 points. After killing all the evil cultivators of the blood refining sect, his will of sentient beings has also reached an unprecedented height. This amount of sentient beings' will is enough for him to create sword moves at will. Even if it is used to increase the level, at least it can be increased by more than 30 levels. Of course, for the time being, it is impossible to use it to improve the level. Swinging a sword is the kingly way. His strength is all obtained by his hard work swinging a sword. On the way back, Su Yong communicated with the existence in his saber. Although the consciousness was intermittent, it made him understand what this thing was. Heaven fragments, fragments of heaven in this world. After knowing this information, Su Yong was stunned. The way of heaven is broken into fragments, so isn't the way of heaven in this world shattered. It's a pity that Su Yong wanted to get more information later, but he didn't get a response. I don't know if this thing fell into a deep sleep. Still saying that he ignored him on purpose. No matter what, it is impossible for Su Yong to easily believe the words of this kind of thing. It seems that the fragments of the heavenly Tao are not very good. They can all be obtained by the Grand Master, so the danger should not be great. But just to be on the safe side, Su Yong made 2 defensive sword moves in one thought. Of course, he also needed to use these 2 sword moves. During the period, he also tried to create a sword move that could kill all evil spirits. Also got a response. The evil spirits will at least have some low-level special rules, and they cannot be killed without obliterating the rules. Evil spirits with low-level rules, any sword move after LV500, as long as they can defeat the evil spirits with low-level rules, they can be killed directly, and will not be resurrected. Very good, don't think about it for now. Rule system, very strong. But Su Yong also found out that after LV500, the rules are touched. Whether it is true or not will be known at that time. The following are 2 new sword moves. At the same time, Su Yong felt that he would have more and more sword moves in the future, and he also planned to create his own sword book, and all sword moves would be included in the sword book. As for this sword manual, the sword moves are created by the will of all living beings, so it is called the sword manual of all living beings. Open black lens bracket sword of all beings danger perception close black lens bracket. Ability. Perceive all hostility and all imminent dangers within the range of sword intent. Open black lens bracket sword of all beings complete and complete close black lens bracket. Ability. Sword intent automatically resists any attack. The stronger the sword intent, the stronger the defense. With these 2 abilities, Su Yong is not afraid even if the heavenly Tao fragment has some crooked intentions. After all, judging from the current situation, even the Grand Master can handle this heavenly Tao fragment. Any danger is a cloud in the face of absolute strength. It can only be said that Su Yong felt that it was time for him to start swinging his sword again. Heavenly fragments. Then let him see what happened to the heavenly Tao of this world. Just like that, Su Yong walked back to the gate of the inspection department. When he was about to go in, a voice stopped him. Master Su Yong. Su Yong turned his head to look, and found that it was the old man selling wild fruits. Old man, what's the matter? The old man stepped forward quickly, holding a basket full of bulging wild fruits. Master Su, you must accept these wild fruits. Thank you for helping the little old man recover my losses last time. Su Yong smiled and did not refuse. Okay, I'll keep it, old man, go back and do your work. This time, Su Yong did not refuse. The wild fruit is not precious in his eyes, but it is a precious thing in the eyes of the old man. He could see that he couldn't refuse. I don't want to shirk, just accept it. Seeing that Su Yong accepted it, the old man immediately showed a bright smile on his face. Okay, I'm going back to work. Su Yong turned around with a smile, and walked into the inspection department with the fruit. Ji Yushu silently followed behind. Currently the issue of the blood refining sect has been resolved. He still has 2 cities under his command but there is no result. Linjiang City, Snake Gate. Kaiyang City. Su Yong opened the panel and found tasks related to these 2 cities. Open black lens bracket mission. Snake Gate squeeze close black lens bracket. Level. LV10. Location. Linjiang City. Requirement. Solve the problem of Shemin oppressing the common people. Reward. 10 to 50 wisps of sentient will. Open black lens bracket mission. Rescue Zhang Xiaoyu close black lens bracket. Level. LV1. Location. Linjiang City. Requirement. Rescue Zhang Xiaoyu. Reward. 1 wisp of sentient will. Open black lens bracket task. Solve the drought on the earth close black lens bracket. Level. LV15. Location. Kaiyang City. Requirement. Solve the drought problem in Kaiyang City. Reward. 15 to 100 wisps of sentient will. The existence of 3 tasks shows that the problems of the 2 cities have not been completely resolved. Now that the matter of the blood refining sect has been dealt with, this is a matter under the jurisdiction of his territory, so it can be resolved. But before that, we can see what we have gained after resolving this war. Su Yong opened the seized storage bags one by one, and there were 12 storage bags in total. Silver ticket, gold ticket. Take it. Weapons and armor are also put away. Blood exercises are directly destroyed. The rest of the martial arts can be put away first. For example, Wying Maizong, taboo swordsmanship, these martial arts are still good. Human blood pill. Seeing this thing, Su Yong smashed it with a sword intent. There is also a picture of the big array of blood sacrifice. Su Yong has no interest in looking at it, such evil things should not exist in the world. Su Yong is also directly destroyed. After some inspection, many things were directly destroyed by Su Yong. Many are also reserved. But Su Yong basically doesn't use it. It is good for training subordinates. Finally, according to the statistics, the most useful to Su Yong may be the gold ticket and the silver ticket. 30,000 taels of gold and 1.3 million taels of silver. This wave of direct riches. Of course, these silver taels are not worth mentioning compared with the martial arts, exercises, and cultivation resources in Su Yang's hands, but the cultivation resources Su Yong can't use. After looking at the harvest for a while, Su Yong put away these things. Looking at the 12 storage bags in front of him, Su Yong murmured. Old Gu, can this storage bag be fused together? Back to the sword master, after it is made, it can no longer be fused. Okay. Su Yong was a little helpless, so let's put it aside for now. Come out with me one more time. After taking a short rest, Su Yong got up again and went out. It was still early today, and with his current strength, it would only take a few breaths to rush to Linjiang City and Kaiyang City. Since someone is making trouble under him, he, the leader, has to take care of it. Chapter 67 The General Trend of the World. Su Yong and Ji Yushu Yujian left the county town. After a while, they arrived at the boundary of Linjiang City. While flying in the air, Su Yong suddenly saw a large number of people sleeping on the ground outside the walls of Linjiang City. The assembly looks like a refugee camp. Mr. Ji Yu, go down and have a look. Since we are here to solve the problem, let's see what's going on. Could it be that the oppression of Shemin has reached such an outrageous level? People don't even have houses to live in. Old man, why are you gathered here? An old man who was sitting on the ground eating dry food looked up when he heard the words, and got up quickly when he saw someone dressed up. My lord, some of us escaped from the jurisdiction of Kaiyang City next door, and some of us moved here from the village because of the blood refining sect. The old man saw that Su Yong was wearing an official uniform, and he replied respectfully, but he also leaked a message. They escaped. If the person in front of him is a good official, he should take care of it, right? Li Tong had his own calculations in mind, but he seemed so cautious. Did you escape from Kaiyang City? Su Yong thought of the task on the panel, and said in a deep voice, but because of the drought. My lord, yes. Li Tong was a little excited, he felt that the person in front of him seemed to be in charge. I see, I'll be there soon to deal with this matter. Since you escaped, why don't you go to the city? At a glance, Su Yong saw that there were at least 1,000 disaster victims gathered in this area. It can be seen that they have food and drink, and some even build simple houses by themselves. It doesn't look too poor. My lord, it's not that we don't want to enter, it's because there are too many people entering the city. Currently, entering the city has been restricted and they can only stay outside the city. Li Tong explained the reason. Su Yong also quickly understood. The blood refining sect only picked small villages to attack, so Tianfeng County temporarily asked all the villagers in the village to gather in the city first. But in this way, there will inevitably be a large influx of people, and the city will definitely not be able to accept it for a while. This is normal, and this is not considered a disaster victim. It can only be said that there is no room for people to live in the city, and there are restrictions. I understand, this matter will be dealt with soon. Su Yong nodded, but felt a little emotional in his heart. It doesn't matter whether warriors fight in the rivers and lakes, or evil cultivators in troubled times. The most injured people are actually these ordinary people. They have no right to resist, they can only accept all disasters, survive in the cracks of disasters, and pray to survive. Fortunately, from the current point of view, the court is not doing nothing. It just seems that Daxia is currently facing too many situations. Even if the ruler of Daxia has ideas, he is not strong enough and will be powerless. In such an era where the strong are respected, being weak is a kind of sorrow. The imperial court is the reliance of ordinary people. If the imperial court is weak, it will be even more sad for ordinary people. Just like the Snake Gate, they don't listen to Daxia's orders at all, and don't respect Daxia's laws. Use your own powerful power to deprive the people and gain more benefits. If you want to change the fate of the people being oppressed by warriors, exploited by sects, and oppressed by big families, there are 2 points. A wise emperor, a powerful court. Create an iron-blooded military division, truly do things for the people, no longer dare to control it because of strength, dare not control it. Now the biggest problem Junwusi faces is not enough strength, which can also reflect that Daxia's military strength is not enough. How is Daxia's current sage, although Su Yong has not seen it yet? But just based on the establishment of the inspection department, Su Yong feels that he will not be bad. At present, the most important problem that Daxia needs to solve is strength. It is not realistic to directly and quickly improve. But as long as several major problems in the current Great Shah are resolved, many of the forces that have been restrained by the Great Shah will return. Suddenly, the situation in the world will be completely changed. Old Gu, why do you think most practitioners in the world are so powerful and still like to oppress the common people? This. Gu Shu was dumbfounded, thought for a while and said, people don't have the ability to resist, it's easier to oppress, and warriors will resist. He could tell that the sword master he was following cared about ordinary people. So he is more careful when speaking, but some things are facts, and he can't find good words. Sword master, in fact, you don't have to think too much, this is the general trend of the world, you and I can't change it. Ji Yushu tactfully comforted him, hoping that Su Yong would not think too much on this road and delay his talent. Ji Yushu thinks that Su Yong has the talent to break through into a martial saint, but he has to cultivate. Talent is just talent, not a certain thing. Is it the general trend of the world? Su Yong raised his head and looked forward, and said with a smile, I am also the general trend of the world. Ha 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 Ji Yu Lao, just watch, this world will be changed by me. Ji Yu Shu smiled. Okay. When you are young, you should be frivolous. Whether he can succeed or not, if you want to do it, just do it. The two passed through the refugee camp, and when they passed the gate of the city, they were indeed guarded by officers and soldiers. However, Su Yong didn't even need to show his token, and the two soldiers quickly let him go with just the uniform of the inspection department. After entering Linjiang City, the first sight is the bustling crowd. It can be seen that Linjiang City is indeed crowded with people. Any street is full of people, can it be less? In addition, Su Yong also noticed that every household here seems to have snakes. And walking all the way, it is obvious that some people are already pale and emaciated, but the food for the snake is not bad at all. When Su Yong passed by the door of a house, he happened to see an old lady holding a few eggs to feed the snake. The aunt looked to be in her 40s, with a sallow complexion and thin skin. When holding the egg, Su Yang could clearly see that her throat was throbbing and she was swallowing saliva. But after hesitating for a few seconds, he put the egg into the snake's nest. Grow up quickly. People from the Banyu Shemin are coming again, Xiao Yuer can't be beaten anymore. Su Yang walked a few steps closer, the ant also sensed that someone was coming, and immediately looked up. Seeing that Su Yang was wearing an official uniform, anger flashed in her eyes, but she still practiced the ceremony honestly. The daughter of the people pays homage to your lord. Don't be too polite. Su Yang also sensed the other party's anger with his sword intent, so he said, I'm the county town to deal with the Shemin issue, can you tell me about the situation in detail? Zhang Kui's spirit was shaken, and he regained his spirit immediately, and began to talk to Su Yang about the dire situation of the people in Linjiang City. The following is a summary. The disciples of the snake sect are rampant and overbearing, forcing the people of Linjiang City to raise poisonous snakes. Every household must raise poisonous snakes, and there is no negotiation. If you don't keep them and wait until the snake sect disciples come to collect the snakes, you won't be able to hand them over, and at least they will be beaten severely. Those who resist are basically beaten so hard that they can't get out of bed. The key is that the remuneration given by the Shemin is not enough. The cost of raising a poisonous snake is more than 50 wen, but the Shemin only pays 50 wen. If you are accidentally bitten by a poisonous snake, you will have to wait for death. These things are not taken care of by the Jun Wuxi. The main Linjiang town Wuxi can't control Shemin. Regarding this, Su Yang, in his position, has gradually understood the reason why the imperial court did not take care of these matters. It's not that I don't want to care about it. Compared with this problem, Daxia is facing too many problems now. Evil spirit, evil cultivator, evil fairy. These are all raging in the territory of Daxia. Daxia's strength is not enough to quell the chaos, and there is a faint trend of chaos in the world. Before all kinds of catastrophes and disasters, Daxia would never spare his hands to deal with this little problem of the people. If you can't stabilize the evil spirits, evil cultivators, and evil immortals. Now the people are not a question of whether they can have enough to eat, but whether you can survive. In the general direction, Daxia is right, but the strength is not enough. And it can't be said that Daxia doesn't care about the people at all. It can be seen from the establishment of the inspection department that Daxia has this idea. The most important thing is that the strength is not enough. In the final analysis, this is a world where the strong are respected. No matter how wise the great Shah sage is, he can't do without strength. Then let him see how the great Shah's majesty is doing. When the deeds of destroying the evil cultivator of the blood refining sector are reported, he may also go to the center of Daxia. Chapter 68 Yujian visits the door. Linjiang City, Junwu Division. My lord, my lord. The commander of Junwu Division, Qin Lei, stood in front of Su Yang, looking like a good baby who did something wrong. Well, I know the situation in Linjiang City, no wonder you. Do you have statistics on the losses of the people in Linjiang City? Su Yang sat on the top seat and spoke softly. In the hall, apart from Qin Lei, other officials from Linjiang City, the county magistrate, and the master Bo are all there. When Su Yang asked this question, the master Bo Qisong spoke up immediately. My lord, this loss cannot be estimated, 1 year is too long. Then estimate the approximate range. Counting the injuries, the people who died may have lost 200,000 taels. Qisong said a conservative figure. Well, I see. Su Yang got up. Then, how about Commander Qin and I going to the Shemin? Qin Lei already knew what Su Yang did in the county, and he was already very excited. Su Yang is an existence who can beat the first rank. Maybe you have already stepped into the master. Follow your lord's orders. Although the news of this era was slow to pass, as an official, he was the first to know about it. Old Gu, take him with you. Su Yang got up and walked towards the door. After reaching the door, he stepped on the air, lifting Su Yang with his own sword intent, making Su Yang suspend in midair. My lord, let's go. Ji Yushu took out his long sword and signaled Qin Lei to stand on it. Only then did Qin Lei, who had been stunned, react. Hurry up. Good guy, you are really a master. He just thought about it. The three of them soared into the sky and flew towards the Shemin not far away. Everyone in the hall was stunned. Su Yang. Is it the master? The old man who followed him is also a master. The story of Su Yang in the Beiduan Mountains has not yet spread. These people naturally don't know Su Yang's strength. But they know that those who can fly are usually grandmasters. And now, they see too. In this way, the mere snake door will die quickly. Snake Gate. Su Yang and the three were above it. Where is the master of the Snake Gate? Su Yang's voice was very soft, but it resounded throughout the Shemin area. The disciples in the Snake Gate all looked up to the sky. Grand Master. Flying in the sky, master method. Amidst many exclamations, Feng Chengyu quickly came from the door to the door, bowed to the sky and said, Feng Chengyu, the master of Shashemin, has met all the seniors. The master came to the door, he dared not be disrespectful. Grand Master, there is no Grand Master in Tianfeng County. Recently, the blood refinement sect in Tianfeng County was violent. It should come from somewhere else, but I don't know what to do with him. Su Yang fell slowly and came to Feng Chengyu. My name is Su Yang, and I am the quartet envoy of the inspection department of Tianfeng County. Qin Lei is my subordinate. I heard that you are very uncooperative. Su Yang's voice was very soft, but it made Feng Chengyu break out in cold sweat instantly, and his mind went blank. Why is the imperial court coming? The current situation of the imperial court is obviously so bad, there is still time to take care of him. Having said that, but now the Grand Master, cooperation is the most important thing. I know my mistake, please give me a chance. Under tremendous pressure, Feng Chengyu spoke hastily. Su Yang's voice is indeed flat, but he can cultivate to this level, and he can end a person's life so flatly. Oh. It seems that you are still very talkative. Qin Lei couldn't help but want to laugh. Does he dare to talk badly? I can give you a chance. Su Yang said calmly, there are 3 requirements. My lord, tell me. Feng Chengyu put his posture extremely low. In the Snake Gate, Chu Sen, who was in charge of this matter, felt his heart stop beating. He didn't expect what Qin Lei said was true, and there would indeed be someone above to deal with it. But it didn't say that the one who came would be a Grand Master. He looked at Qin Lei at this time, his eyes were resentful, as if he was saying, don't you remind me after working together for so many years. Coincidentally, Qin Lei also looked at him, and the corners of his mouth could not help but rise with a look of complacency. Remind. Did he not remind? If you don't listen, then you can't blame me. What about the unruly vigor before? I still like you the way you were before. First, in the past year, the people of Linjiang City lost about 600,000 taels of silver. Now, pay for it. Huh. He remembered that Master Bo said 200,000. Qin Lei didn't react for a while, and almost wanted to remind him aloud. No problem. Feng Chengyu looked bitter, and the first request was to slash him directly. 600,000. Is there really that much? He remembers that the snake raising here consumes the most silver taels a year, which is only 100,000 taels. But the master spoke, and he seemed to have no right to refuse. For a while, he suddenly felt the feelings of ordinary people. Second, since your sect needs poisonous snakes, you can buy them at a normal price. I believe the common people will be willing to raise them. We have obtained such great power from martial arts. If we still need to squeeze the people, I don't think you need to practice martial arts. Third, the disciples of the shaman who killed ordinary people will be dealt with according to the laws of Daxia. The mastermind who handled this matter also needs to give me an explanation. Su Yang finished speaking calmly. This is the advantage of being strong. Solving some problems in this world will become very easy. Of course, the premise is that you don't hide your strength and make trouble for yourself. Just like today, if Su Yang went up the mountain normally, some troubles would be unavoidable. Did the other party dare to say no to a direct display of the master's strength? My lord said that I will cooperate with Commander Qin Well. Feng Chengyu quickly agreed. He has no capital to refuse. Next, he also immediately sent people to pick up the banknotes first. As Su Yang said, with the current strength of his sect, it is not too difficult to earn silver taels. But saving tens of thousands of taels of silver a year is not a small sum of money. After taking the 600,000 taels of silver, Feng Chengyu respectfully handed it over to Su Yang. No matter how painful he was, he didn't dare to say no. Su Yang signaled Qin Lei to step forward and put it away. The money went to Qin Lei in this way. After these two things were easily settled, Su Yang did not leave. But there is still one thing that has not been done. Is there someone named Zhang Xiaoyu in your Snake Gate? In Linjiang City, there are two missions, both of which are related to Shemin. Because when Zhang Kui was inquiring about Shemin, he also asked about Zhang Xiaoyu by the way. This Zhang Xiaoyu is a disciple of the Snake sect. But he is a good man. That's right, a good person among the disciples of the Shemin. He, like other ordinary Snake sect disciples, needs to collect the people to turn in the poisonous snakes every month. If the people fail to hand them in, then the Snake sect disciples will inevitably beat them severely. But Zhang Xiaoyu looked at the poor people but couldn't do anything. Once or twice is fine, but after a lot of times, other Snake sect disciples discovered this problem, so they forced Zhang Xiaoyu to do it. Zhang Xiaoyu quit, and the other Shemin disciples were annoyed, so they prepared to do it themselves. But Zhang Xiaoyu not only refused to do it himself, but also forbade others to do it, and stepped forward to stop other fellow students. This annoyed the domineering Shemin disciples. You like to be nice, don't you? You like to be different, don't you? Maybe it's because Zhang Xiaoyu can't get used to it, maybe Zhang Xiaoyu has poked their pain points. Several Snake sect disciples beat up Zhang Xiaoyu in front of the common people. But that's just the beginning. The disciples who beat Zhang Xiaoyu said that as long as Zhang Xiaoyu beats the people in the area where Zhang Xiaoyu is responsible for collecting snakes, then they don't have to beat the people in the area that Zhang Xiaoyu is in charge of. Don't you like being nice? If you have the ability, keep doing it. If you can't, beat the people you guard. These Snake sect disciples are forcing Zhang Xiaoyu to do evil, forcing him to be a villain. Among a bunch of bad people, it is impossible for good people to exist. Use their evil to support your good. Promising that you are greater and kinder than us, will you be loved by the people? Why? Just like that, Zhang Xiaoyu has been beaten silently for 6 months. These are what Zhang Kui told Su Yang. As for why it is so clear. Because Zhang Kui is one of the people Zhang Xiaoyu protects. She fed the poisonous snake with eggs, because she wanted the snake to grow quickly, and she didn't want to watch Zhang Xiaoyu get beaten. Even if her own life is hard. The most critical day. Brothers, get up. Chapter 69 worth it. I haven't thought about this question. Zhang Xiaoyu. Feng Chengyu froze for a moment, he had no impression of this name at all. But Chu Sen, who was behind, thought of something. Su Yang has already spoken, and this matter must not be kept secret. He could only bite the bullet and stand up and said, My lord, that is one of my disciples. All the people in Linjiang City breed and collect poisonous snakes. He is the one who handles and manages them, so some things will still reach his ears. Su Yang is asking this question now, he probably already knows what's going on. Well, take me to him. Good sir. Chu Sen bent over and quickly agreed. Fortunately, he remembered where the other party lived. Just like that, Chu Sen led the way and walked towards Zhang Xiaoyu's residence. But along the way, Chu Sen was extremely disturbed. Su Yang said that he wanted the mastermind of the snake-raising incident to give him an explanation. But he did the whole thing, how can he explain to Su Yang? After a while, they came to a different courtyard. A separate courtyard usually houses 6 disciples, but Zhang Xiaoyu is not alone. At this moment, at a glance, one can see a person in the courtyard washing clothes. It's just that there are too many clothes in front of him. Looking carefully, this person is very young, at most 16, with a thin body, and some of the skin that can be seen are still covered with blue and purple scars. Even if he hasn't confirmed with Chu Sen, Su Yang can basically determine the identity of this person. Su Yang waved his hand and asked everyone to wait here, while he himself entered the courtyard. Are you Zhang Xiaoyu? The thin young man who was cleaning his clothes looked up in confusion, and saw a young man with an extraordinary bearing in official uniform appearing in front of him. At a glance, the other party seems ordinary. Upon closer inspection, it is like a vast ocean. My lord, it is indeed Zhang Xiaoyu. He stood up and cupped his fists in response. He didn't know Su Yang, but he knew the official uniform. Are these clothes yours? Su Yang looked at the pile of Shemin clothing that was made into a pot. Master Wei is not. Zhang Xiaoyu said calmly. Most of them belong to other senior brothers. When Zhang Xiaoyu said these words, Su Yang could clearly feel a little anger through his sword intent, but he was suppressing it. looking at Zhang Xiaoyu's injuries all over his body and the appearance of being bullied inside the door. Su Yang felt a little sad. This is what happens when you don't have the strength to be a good person. This is the way of the world. If good people don't end well, who wants to be a good person? Even if Zhang Xiaoyu is now, if he is bullied all the time, will he still be? Being a good person is the opposite of doing evil. Hateful itself is a manifestation of strength. He is stronger than many people, so he can do evil. A good person has no strength, what can he use to fight against evil? With your passion. Stop being funny. Before he came to this world, Su Yang had seen goodness. But that is all kindness released without involving himself. For example, Pingshan City, with him behind him, the soldiers of Chunfeng Hall. They are good, but they only do it when they don't involve themselves. This is normal, and it's not bad to be able to do this. But this Zhang Xiaoyu was the first person Su Yang saw who was still willing to stand on the opposite side of evil despite his lack of strength. No matter how long he can persist, no matter whether he will persist in the future. At least he does now. Therefore, it is not just empty talk that Su Yang wants good people to be rewarded. I heard that the reason for your current situation is that you don't want to do anything to the people of Linjiang City, you even want to be beaten yourself, and you don't want to watch those ordinary people get beaten. The result in exchange is scars all over the body and being excluded by the same sect. Do you think it's worth it if you do this? Su Yang questioned his soul. Worth it? Zhang Xiaoyu was taken aback. Although the person in front of him said some strange words, he still thought about it seriously and said, I didn't think about it. I just couldn't bear to watch them get beaten, so I did. It is human instinct to weigh the pros and cons, but there are always some people who stick to their hearts and will not be affected by the pros and cons. It's not about whether it's worth it or not. If you want to do it, just do it. Su Yang looked at Zhang Xiaoyu's clear and translucent eyes, and couldn't help laughing. Ha ha ha. You are so stupid. But, I like it. Want to become stronger. Su Yang looked at Zhang Xiaoyu with an unstoppable smile on his face. I think, I'm working hard every day, but my bones don't seem to be very good. It's been 3 years and I've only entered the 9th rank. The other seniors have already entered the 8th rank. Zhang Xiaoyu scratched his head. This person in front of him seemed unusual, talking is also quite strange. Actually said that he likes him, although it should be his personality, but it always feels weird. Yanggu. Su Yang smiled, the route is indeed important, but sometimes it's not that important. Then how about you follow me from now on? What about the people in the area under my jurisdiction? And I am a disciple of the snake sect. Does this count as betraying the master? I can't go. Zhang Xiaoyu shook his head, if he left, wouldn't those people be beaten? When Su Yang heard this, he felt angry and funny. Perhaps everyone will think, how can there be such a person? In fact, there are many such people, aren't there? Isn't it the kind of person who can tear the darkness apart? Kindness and responsibility coexist. Kindness made Zhang Xiaoyu choose to help others. Responsibility made Zhang Xiaoyu choose a gang to the end. Responsibility is a very special thing. For example, if you feed the wild cats every day, if you suddenly don't have time to go one day, you will worry whether the wild cats will starve to death. For example, if you promise others to help with something, you will blame yourself if you fail to do it well. For example, I wanted to take care of these people in my heart, but I didn't take care of them well. Responsible people, when they decide to do something, they will assign the responsibility for this matter to themselves, and if something goes wrong, they will blame themselves. Even if this matter itself has nothing to do with me. You don't have to worry about the common people. You won't oppress the common people in the future. As for identity, Su Yang waved his hand towards the back. Feng Chengyu, Chu Sen, Ji Yu Shu, and Qin Lei came over one after another. The disciple has met the suzerain, the elder. Seeing the person coming, Zhang Xiaoyu hurriedly saluted. Sect Master Feng, you are a good disciple, can you part with him? Su Yang said the most unquestionable words in the calmest tone. Such outstanding people are really inferior to me. Only those who follow the adults will not be buried. They should follow the adults. Feng Chengyu agreed without saying a word. An outer disciple doesn't need to think about it at all. Zhang Xiaoyu's eyes widened. When did their suzerain become so talkative? He immediately understood that the young man in front of him either had a strong background, or his strength surpassed their suzerain. In his opinion, Su Yang can surpass their suzerain in strength at such an age. Certainly have a strong background. So, summed up, Su Yang's background is as good as the sky. Then what Su Yang just said will be fine. Aunt Zhang, Brother Li, Uncle Zhang. They won't be bullied in the future. Thinking of this, Zhang Xiaoyu couldn't help showing a smile. Zhang Xiaoyu, have you seen that strength is the basis for upholding justice? Su Yang said with some deep meaning. Understood, my lord. Although Zhang Xiaoyu was young, he was not stupid. He knew that Su Yang was talking about him. If he had enough strength to do good deeds, it would be easier, and he would not be beaten. But don't you just do it if you don't have the strength. Zhang Xiaoyu curled his lips. No, he can do the same, he just can't understand people who bully others with their own strength. He practices martial arts to protect the weak. Chapter 70. I'm looking for a stick. My name is Su Yang, you can also call me Brother Yang. Su Yang suddenly felt extremely relaxed and comfortable at this moment. It was a feeling I had never had since coming to this world. Perhaps it was because he had never encountered such a clear kindness since he came to this world. But it may also be related to him not going out for a long time. After all, he has only been in this world for about 2 months, and he basically stays in his residence and wields his sword. The world is so big, how many times he has seen it, how can he say that the world is not good? Maybe he should walk in this world too. If you are always at home and flying in the sky, how can you see the lives of ordinary people? In essence, it ran counter to his ideals. Suddenly, Su Yang wanted to travel around the world. Swing the sword, he can swing the sword anywhere. It does not have to be in your own courtyard. Brother Yang. Zhang Xiaoyu was very polite, so he immediately changed his address. Well, since you call me Brother Yang, I will naturally cover you. Haven't you been beaten for half a year, do you want me to beat you back? Su Yang looked at Zhang Xiaoyu with great interest, wondering whether such a kind person would choose to give up, regardless of this matter. To be honest, Su Yang doesn't like people who are too kind. Too kindness is called cowardice. Yes. Zhang Xiaoyu only said one word, but she was very firm. Even if Su Yang didn't say anything, he still held his breath. He has been enduring it just because he can't beat it. Fighting back will usher in more serious beatings. Good. Su Yang looked towards Feng Chengyu. Feng Chengyu immediately understood, and sternly yelled at Chu Sen. Elder Chu, what do you do? How could there be such a thing as disciples killing each other? Why don't you hurry up and catch the murderer who oppressed your classmates? Chu Sen's body trembled, and he immediately said, I'll go right away. After Chu Sen replied, he left immediately and arrested people. Feng Chengyu smiled and said, Master, please wait a moment. Su Yang nodded and didn't say much. Zhang Xiaoyu's mind was shocked. At a young age, he knew that the strong are respected in this world, and he also experienced that the weak preyed on the strong. But the suzerain who was originally the strongest in his mind was so humble at this time. This made him understand the importance of strength. On the way, Su Yang gave Zhang Xiaoyu a healing elixir to let Zhang Xiaoyu recover from his injuries. Su Yang basically has the resources of the entire blood refining sect in his hands, so naturally there is no shortage of pills. Not long after, Chu Sen led the Shemin law enforcement team and walked over the 6 people. My lord, these are the few little fishes who bullied the river. Chu Sen asked the law enforcement team to him to the compound. These 6 people were in a panic right now, they didn't know why they were arrested. Now that I know the reason, I panic even more. At first they thought it was a misunderstanding, but now they know that there is no misunderstanding. It is Zhang Xiaoyu, the hypocrite who has risen. At this moment, their hearts skipped a beat, and they secretly thought that it was over. How cruel they were to Zhang Xiaoyu before, how panicked they are now. One of them had trembling legs. Being detained by the law enforcement team, they could only stand in place and suffer, waiting for trial. Zhang Xiaoyu, don't you want revenge? Su Yang signaled Zhang Xiaoyu to do it. Brother Yang, wait a minute. Why, you don't want to do anything? No, I'm looking for a stick. The corner of Su Yang's mouth twitched. What a guy, the script is wrong. Isn't it common for people to lose interest when they see that their enemies have no power to resist? Why is Zhang Xiaoyu even more excited? Zhang Xiaoyu quickly found a sturdy wooden stick in the courtyard he was familiar with. Come back and start beating one of them. No matter how much the other party begged for mercy, Zhang Xiaoyu didn't stop until the other party had no good meat on his body and lay on the ground without even the strength to scream. But that's the first one. Seeing the miserable condition of the first person, the other 5 people looked at them as if they had fallen into an ice cave, and felt chills all over their bodies. Originally, only one person's leg was shaking, but now all 5 people are shaking. If it weren't for the law enforcement team, these 5 people might collapse on the ground. Zhang Xiaoyu didn't care about their begging for mercy, and just hit them one after another. The more they begged for mercy, the more ruthless Zhang Xiaoyu became. He thought of how they looked when they beat him, and how proud they looked when they beat ordinary people. This kind of person is not worthy of his pity. After hitting one, Zhang Xiaoyu was a little out of breath. Currently, Zhang Xiaoyu's strength is only a 9th rank warrior, which is very weak. The opponents facing him are all 8th rank, so it is naturally difficult to fight. But this couldn't make Zhang Xiaoyu give up. Then do it to the second person. Another severe beating. Zhang Xiaoyu didn't stop until after hitting the third one. But looking at Zhang Xiaoyu panting heavily, he seems to be tired. Brother Yang, is there any elixir to restore physical strength? Zhang Xiaoyu panted heavily, and had to admit that his strength still needs to be improved. Otherwise, it would be so difficult to hit someone, and you could still tire yourself out. It's too embarrassing. Su Yang popped out an elixir at random. He has many such things. After destroying the blood refining sect, he has a lot of resources in his hand. Looking at Zhang Xiaoyu's appearance, Su Yang admitted that it was unnecessary for him to worry that Zhang Xiaoyu might be an indecisive person. Guys, this is really ruthless. Thank you, Brother Yang. Zhang Xiaoyu was overjoyed, and immediately swallowed the elixir. As the effects of the medicine took effect, Zhang Xiaoyu became more aggressive next. The 3 people in front who had just been beaten suddenly felt lucky. Soon, things are over. Brother Yang, I'm fine. After venting a lot, Zhang Xiaoyu still had a smile on his face. It is completely impossible to see that the 6 people who were about to be killed on the ground were caused by Zhang Xiaoyu. Yes. Su Yang nodded in satisfaction. After basically dealing with the matter of Shemin, Su Yang looked at Feng Chengyu again. I heard that the matter of oppressing the people was proposed and implemented by an elder named Chu Sen in Shemin. Who is it? Chu Sen's heart skipped a beat. It's over. Under Feng Chengyu's gaze, he could only bite the bullet and stand up. Master Wei is me. But I really do. Su Yang waved his hand. There is no need to explain too much. Take my sword and let you go if you don't die. This is your explanation to me. Chu Sen's pupils are dilated. Have you ever thought of letting me live? Before he could open his mouth, Su Yang sent out a sword intent with a thought, brushing across Chu Sen's neck. His head flew off. Su Yang looked at Feng Chengyu again. As for you, the death penalty can be avoided, and the life penalty cannot be escaped. If you connive at the disciples in the sect, the elders will do anything wrong, you should be punished. After finishing speaking, a sword intent hit Feng Chengyu, causing Feng Chengyu to vomit blood instantly and fly backwards, but he did not die. He will not say that the entire Shemin was brutally slaughtered, and what Shemin has done has not yet reached that level, but he will definitely not let the mastermind and some accomplices go. Do you have an opinion? Su Yang looked at Feng Chengyu after the blow. Don't dare, I should be punished. Feng Chengyu replied immediately, regardless of the blood in his mouth. He was afraid that Su Yang would let him take another sword. That's good, I'll go first. Su Yang smiled, then turned to Zhang Xiaoyu and said, let's go. Okay. Zhang Xiaoyu watched the process in a daze, and answered subconsciously after hearing Su Yang's words. Su Yang turned and left with the 3 of them. This time, Zhang Xiaoyu was beside him. 4 people were escorted by Feng Chengyu and others, and disappeared within the range of Shemin. Mid-air. Zhang Xiaoyu was wrapped in sword intent, and followed the flight, very excited. He had never experienced this feeling before. Soon they returned to Linjiang City. Qin Lei, plan this money carefully. If someone in the family is injured, the compensation will be 3 times the original basis. If someone dies, the compensation will be 5 times the original basis. The rest of the normal compensation is fine. After the compensation goes down, it will be registered. I will have someone check it out. The extra money will be used to help those who should be helped. You understand. After returning to the city, Su Yong asked Qin Lei to plan the use of the money carefully. In order to prevent this guy from enriching his own pocket, he will definitely send someone to investigate. Return to my lord, I understand. Qin Lei spoke respectfully. Su Yang's strength lies here. Even if Su Yong doesn't send someone to investigate, he won't dare to do anything. He was about to move, and later Su Yong found out that he was basically doomed. If Shemin doesn't cooperate anymore, you can send someone to the county to tell me. The people outside the city are well resettled. Some people in the village told them to go back. The blood refinement sect has been resolved. As for those coming from the jurisdiction of Kaiyang City, you arrange it first. Su Yong finished arranging these matters with a few words, and then left Junwusi Hall under Qin Lei's respectful escort. Brother Yang, I want to visit Aunt Zhang and the others. Zhang Xiaoyu knew that he was leaving here soon. But he wanted to visit Aunt Zhang, and told them by the way that Shemin would not oppress them in the future. Let's go then. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 71. Remember, his name is Su Yang. Aunt Zhang. Zhang Kui, who was busy, suddenly heard a familiar voice. Huh, little fish, why are you here? It's not time to collect snakes yet. Zhang Kui was a little worried about whether he remembered the wrong date. The venomous snake she raised was just a few days away from reaching the standard, but Zhang Xiaoyu couldn't be beaten again because of a few days' time difference. Aunt Zhang, I'm not here to collect snakes. Don't worry little fish, this time we have raised the snake well, you won't be beaten anymore. Zhang Kui looked at Zhang Xiaoyu with heartache. This child is really kind, they can't let Zhang Xiaoyu carry it alone. Zhang Xiaoyu quickly explained. Don't worry, Aunt Zhang, I'm here to say goodbye to you this time, and at the same time, I'm also telling you that Shemin will no longer force everyone to raise snakes. So next, Zhang Xiaoyu explained everything that happened to Zhang Kui. Even after Zhang Xiaoyu finished speaking, Zhang Kui still felt a little unbelievable. Pressed on their heads, riding on the heads of the government to do their best, the rampant Shemin bowed its head. This feeling, like an impassable mountain suddenly being emptied. It makes people feel very unreal at once. This. Thank you, my lord. Thinking back, Zhang Kui also thought that Su Yong was asking him about Shemin today. At first, she didn't think it would be possible. After all, the government has been unable to control this matter, and they have long lost trust in the government. Zhang Kui knelt down on the ground, feeling so excited that she couldn't speak. Su Yong quickly lifted Zhang Ketuo with his sword intent. Now that his sword intent has reached LV30, he can already realize his artistic conception, and easily do things that he couldn't do before. It doesn't have to be like this, this is what Zhen Wuxi should do, we are too late. Zhang Kui was excited, and at the same time she thought of a question. Su Yong also asked her about Zhang Xiaoyu before. Will Zhang Xiaoyu be able to get rid of those people's clutches? But she is not sure that she is still worried. Master, you asked me about Zhang Xiaoyu, will you help Zhang Xiaoyu? Zhang Kui looked at Su Yong nervously. If Su Yong doesn't care, she will definitely kneel down and beg Su Yong to help Zhang Xiaoyu. Don't worry, he will follow me in the future. Su Yong smiled. A kind person should be treated kindly. Huh, Zhang Kui breathed a sigh of relief, relaxed, and put a smile on his face again. Thank you, my lord. Little fish. You must follow this adult well in the future. This is your chance. Don't do anything wrong. After reminiscing about the past for a while, Zhang Xiaoyu finally escaped from the mouth of Zhang Kui, who had been exhorted by thousands of people. Call. Brother Yang, this feels more tiring than being beaten. Zhang Xiaoyu looked up at the sky. Then it seems that you want to be beaten more. Forget it, I'm joking. Zhang Xiaoyu grinned, giggling. Brother Yang, where are we going next? Go to Kaiyang City first. I heard that there is a drought over there. Did you solve the drought in the past? Almost. Go and see the situation. Then how to solve it. Drought is a natural disaster, can we solve it? Use a sword, I can solve it with one strike. Brother Yang, I'm scared, can you stop pretending? Zhang Xiaoyu. Can we not pretend? Zhang Xiaoyu choked on Su Yang's words. He is young and has never seen the world. But there is no sword to solve the drought. After the three of them left Linjiang City, they flew in midair. Zhang Xiaoyu was led by Su Yang with sword intent. After some contact, Su Yang found that Zhang Xiaoyu was quite cheerful and talked a lot, so he wouldn't be in awe of him too much, but he should have a lot of respect. Linjiang City, after Su Yang left. Qin Lei soon began to discuss the use of the 600,000 taels of silver with the civil servants in the city. The most important thing is to compensate the people first. So the government began to fully mobilize. Collect the information of each household, mainly to collect whether there are wounded or dead. It's not too much trouble. After some statistics, the silver taels were gradually distributed soon. When the people of Linjiang City got their silver taels, they all felt like they were dreaming. Some couldn't help but slap themselves twice. After confirming that this was true, 2 lines of tears flowed silently from the corners of his eyes, and the hand holding the silver trembled. Hard times, it seems that there is finally hope for the past. Are they finally coming to the end of their hardships? The money distributing officials were filled with emotion when they saw this scene. But there is one more thing he wants to say. Remember, the ones who help you get back all your hard-earned money are the county, the inspection department, the Sifang envoy, Su Yang, Master Su. Looking at the officials in the distance, the common people repeated what the other party had just said. After a while, after calming down the trembling body, the commoner knelt on the ground slowly, bent down, put his hands in front of him, and knocked his head down. Grassman. Thank you, Mr. Su. This sound is a beginning. Today, all the people in Linjiang City kowtowed. They haven't met Su Yang, but they know that it was Su Yang who saved them from the dire straits. Be blessed by them. On this day, the soldiers of the Junwu Division, the civil servants of Linjiang City, and Qin Lei. All officials have extremely complicated moods. Listening to the sound of thanks, they understood even more that an official should make a living for the people. Open black lens bracket mission completed. Will of all beings +1 close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket mission completed. Will of all beings +50 close black lens bracket. It took only a moment to leave Linjiang City, and they had already arrived at Kaiyang City. After entering the scope of Kaiyang City completely, Su Yang can be regarded as seeing the situation that this place is facing today. The river is dry, the earth is dry and cracked, at a glance, the red land is thousands of miles away. It is now summer, but there is not even a little greenery to be seen. You can feel it by looking at it, it's not normal at all. Old Gu, this situation doesn't look like a natural disaster, does it? Su Yang frowned. Although he didn't know how long it had been since it rained in this area, this situation was very wrong. If there is a drought in one place, it is impossible for it to be only within Kaiyang City. Coverage is too small to be reasonable. Under the sword intent, he felt that the vitality of this place seemed to be forcibly plundered. After observing for a while, Ji Yushu said solemnly, Sword Master, there may be evil spirits in this area, so you need to be careful. Even if some immortal cultivators are not at a high level, they have a lot of means, and some means can allow them to fight against a high level with a low level. Listening to Ji Yushu's judgment, Su Yang also nodded seriously. He is very strong now, but he doesn't think he is invincible. What's more, judging from what he has learned so far, the world's most powerful immortal cultivators and strongest martial arts practitioners are not at the same level. The strongest martial artist, when he reaches the martial saint, the road will be broken. Those who can cultivate immortals are equivalent to martial saints in the early stage of Jindan. What's more, there are more realms going up. Facing immortal cultivators, one should act with caution and never be careless. Let's go, no matter what, go to Kaiyang City to see the situation first. Luo Hongsheng should be able to know more information. If it's really an evil fairy, then let's see how strong the opponent is. If it's too strong, at worst, I'll go back to practice for 2 days before thinking about it. Listening to Su Yang's words, Ji Yushu felt very strange. 2 days of practice. Sword Master, did you use the wrong word? But thinking about the speed at which Su Yang's strength grew, he was speechless again. It was very uncomfortable to hold back. It feels like all his previous experience doesn't apply to Su Yang. His precious cultivation experience, placed on Su Yong, is not right at all. This feels aggrieved. Chapter 72. Everyone's ideals are different. Near Kaiyang City, the three of Su Yong have changed to walking. To solve a problem, one must first understand the problem. He can go to listen to the report of Luo Hongsheng, the commander of Junwu Division, but what he hears must be true. So no matter in Linjiang City or in Kaiyang City, Su Yong first chose to ask the local people. The life they talk about is the most real. On the dry land, where there is a little bit of humidity, there are people digging trenches in the earth. River bed, mountain side. You can see them. This is looking for water. Judging from the fact that these people still have food and occasional drinking water, it seems that this place has been dry for a while. A young man is resting on a tree that has not yet dried up. Suddenly, he saw three people walking towards him, dressed in gorgeous clothes, and looking closely, the middle one was wearing a Daxia official uniform. His brain cleared up a lot. No matter how big Shah is, no matter how officials are. Ordinary people like him don't dare to make mistakes, they will lose their heads. Good officials deserve respect, but bad officials dare not disrespect. Grassman Luohu, I have met your lord. Following Luohu's voice, the surrounding people who were digging the ground all stopped and looked towards this side. After seeing Su Yong, they all followed suit. You don't need to be polite, I am a member of the County City Inspection Department. I know that Kaiyang City is suffering from drought, so I am here to deal with it. So I need to learn about the situation from everyone. Su Yong stated his identity and intention to come. Luohu and the other six were pleasantly surprised when they heard the words. Someone from the county. This is good news. Ask, my lord. How long has it been since it rained here? 7 days ago. Su Yong was taken aback, only 7 days. Before Su Yong continued to ask, Luohu said bitterly, my lord, the situation is so weird. There is rain in the sky, but the land is constantly dry. I have no problem waiting for the people to drink water for the time being, but the land is dry, and the crops can't support the farmer. When the tax is paid, what should I do? According to the master of Zhenwu Si, there are evil spirits. Su Yong said in a deep voice, there must be evil spirits in this situation, but have you noticed any abnormalities? Luohu shook his head. We don't have the strength, and we don't dare to investigate this kind of thing, but there are some people who are investigating. The lord of Zhenwu Si, the Luo family in the city, and the people of Green Willowville are all investigating this issue. You can ask them. After chatting for a while, Su Yong also understood the basic situation of this place. Farewell to the people, Su Yong walked towards the city. After Su Yong left, several young people gathered together. Brother Hu, do you think the adults from this county can solve this weird problem? Who knows about this kind of thing? We can only pray that it can be resolved. Okay, don't think about these things. Who told us that we can't practice martial arts, can't become warriors, then do what we can do honestly. The court will deal with the evil things, but we can't just rely on the court. Brother Hu is right, we can't pin all our hopes on others. After some words, everyone was fighting again and started to fight the ground. After a few steps, they entered Kaiyang City. Brother Yang, what do you think they are doing? As soon as he entered the city, Zhang Xiaoyu discovered that the people in the city were crowded together. After careful observation, it was found that someone was dispensing water, and the people were queuing up to receive water. Interesting. Su Yong noticed it for a while, and then he understood. It is the Luo family who are distributing water to the people. Then this Luo family seems to be pretty good. Zhang Xiaoyu's eyes lit up when he heard the words, and he immediately had a good impression of the Luo family. Well, at least I'm doing something good. Su Yong nodded in affirmation. It seems that there are no good people in this world, it is not only oppression. Heroes exist in the world, but you don't see it. Just like this Luo family, if Su Yong flew directly to Zhenwu Si, he would naturally not be able to see what they did. In the past, he dealt with tasks directly, and naturally he only saw evil. The so-called good deeds do not go out, and bad deeds spread thousands of miles. It is very difficult to be famous and widely known for good deeds. Several people glanced at it and planned to leave. Just at this time, a quarrel broke out on the street corner. My lord, please give me back the water bottle. You can also get it. I have been waiting for a long time, and there are 2 children waiting at home. A commoner in sackcloth and a young man pulled together, fighting over a kettle. The young and strong young man had obviously practiced before, and he kicked the opponent away with one kick. Get out, why don't you go to queue again? I have to wait in line for so long, what a trouble. Yu Jia looked at the guy lying on the ground unhappily, robbing him. Does he practice martial arts for nothing? My lord, you are a martial artist anyway, why bother arguing over saliva with me, a small person? Chong Fei, who was kicked into the air, spoke weakly. Why do you want to him even a sip of water? There is no reason, because I am thirsty. Okay, I didn't do anything to you, you just go to the queue. After Yu Jia finished speaking, he didn't want to talk to this person anymore. He was indeed just thirsty. Now there is no water source in Kaiyang City, so they can only rely on the Luo family for relief. Could it be possible to let him be a warrior to receive relief? That would be too cheap. What is he practicing martial arts for? Isn't it just a level above ordinary people, and can surpass ordinary people? Brother Yang, I want to beat him up. Zhang Xiaoyu was already upset. He was only a beginner at the 9th rank, so he could handle it, but he still had to ask Su Yang for his opinion. No need. Su Yang shook his head. Zhang Xiaoyu was puzzled, and was about to ask, when he saw a figure jumping up, kicking the person grabbing water down in the blink of an eye. Snatching things from ordinary people, people like you are also qualified to practice martial arts. A young man dressed in green clothes quickly entered the arena, kicking this person away, his eyes were full of contempt. Stepped on the man's shoulder again, making Yu Jia look up at him. You can also bully ordinary people. My Luo family has a lot of water. Why don't you come and grab it? Yu Jia held back his embarrassment and anger, gritted his teeth and said, Mr. Luo, why do you humiliate me like this for an ordinary person? Ha ha ha, Luo Tian sneered. Isn't that what you did just now? Why, it's okay if it happens to you. I am a martial artist, and I am already superior to ordinary people. Yu Jia still refused to accept, and gritted his teeth. According to what you say, I am stronger and higher than you, so is there any problem with me humiliating you like this? Didn't you tell you to be a chivalrous man when you practiced martial arts? Who is your master? I want to see who taught you something like this. Luo Tian's words made the man's face turn red with embarrassment, and he took the kettle from the other party's hand. Get out, don't let me see you again. Luo Tian turned around, returned the kettle to Chong Fei, and then left. Take it. Thank you, Mr. Luo. Chong Fei held the water bottle tightly, bowed deeply to Luo Tian's back, and left quickly. He was afraid that if he did not leave, he would cry. This jug of water is too important to him. It was true that it rained 7 days ago, but the whole land was dry, and there was always someone who did not store enough water during a rain. You can also go to the surrounding cities of Kaiyang City to fetch water. But they are located in the center of Kaiyang City. If they go to other cities, it will take 2 days to go back and forth by walking. Then you can only bring back water for a few days. Under the condition that the Luo family promised that they would distribute water in a limited amount every day, of course they would not run out by themselves. The water of the Luo family was brought by Luo Tian from other cities with his own caravan. Zhang Xiaoyu, who watched this scene, also understood what Su Yang meant when he said no more. At the same time, he waved his fist a little excitedly. This man is really good. Practicing martial arts is to be a chivalrous man. You say no, brother Yang. Su Yang smiled and said, yes and no. You can practice martial arts for the sake of being chivalrous, but you cannot require everyone to be chivalrous. Everyone has different ideals. As long as you don't do evil. Chapter 73. When to cut open black lens bracket. Is that so? It seems to be the same. Zhang Xiaoyu scratched his head, thinking that what Su Yang said made sense. After making sure that nothing happened, they walked for a while, and they came to Wuxi's place in Kaiyang Township. The next official, Luo Hongsheng, pays his respects to your lord. Tell me, what's going on in Kaiyang City? Su Yang sat on the main seat, Zhang Xiaoyu and Ji Yushu stood on both sides of him. Under Luo Hongsheng's explanation, Su Yang didn't get any useful information. Because what Luo Hongsheng said, he has already learned about it from the people. So, You don't have any clues about this monster. Yaoxi can be said to be a special monster, or something like an evil fairy, which can be regarded as a general term. This. Luo Hongsheng wiped the cold sweat that didn't exist on his forehead. My lord, the subordinates are still investigating, and the entire Junwu division is on the move. Although Su Yong was unhappy, he couldn't do anything to Luo Hongsheng. Even if he was not good at things, he didn't make any mistakes. I heard that the Luo family and the Green Willow Villa in the city are also investigating the drought. Did they have information in their hands? Su Yong frowned and asked. The Luo family members inquired yesterday, but did not collect any useful information. As for the Green Willow Villa, I also went to inquire there a few days ago, and there were no useful clues. Luo Hongsheng stood obediently in front of Su Yong. You have been guarding Kaiyang City for 6 months and haven't found any abnormalities. The subordinate did not find anything abnormal. Maybe the subordinate is not strong enough. Luo Hongsheng could only find such an excuse. Forget it. I'll look for it myself. You continue to search first. Su Yong can only plan to see it himself. But before that, he still planned to go to Green Willow Villa to find out the situation. Maybe after a few days, the other party may have information in their hands. Su Yong left Junwusi just like that. After he left, Luo Hongsheng also looked at Su Yang's leaving direction with a little worry. If you can't find it, just leave. Soon things will be back to normal here. After leaving Junwu Division, Su Yang's sword intent has already diffused out, covering the entire Kaiyang city like a spider web in an instant. It's a pity that no matter how carefully he perceives it, he hasn't found any problems. If evil immortals really appear here, their cultivation will cause fluctuations. No matter how small it is, it will be sensed by his sword intent. If not, it may be that the evil immortal has not cultivated, or it is not in this range. Su Yong didn't take back the sword intent, but let the sword intent cover the entire Kaiyang city. In this way, he will know as soon as any situation arises. Next, Su Yong inquired about the location of the Green Willow Villa, and rushed over. In Green Willow Villa, Su Yong was politely invited in after showing the inspection commander's card. Of course, it may have something to do with his coming with the sword. Master Fu, the main purpose of my coming here is to figure out the problem of drought. I heard from the people here that you are also investigating, but what are the clues? Su Yong said straight to the point. The reason for the drought is probably that the evil immortal is practicing, and the other party is in Kaiyang City. However, there has been no movement recently, and we have not locked the opponent's position. Fu Zhang also told what he knew. Oh, already locked the approximate area. Su Yong was surprised. He didn't expect Fu Zhang to actually investigate something. Luo Hongsheng didn't say anything. Is this guy really trash, or is he hiding something? Su Yong narrowed his eyes. That's right, the scope is locked, but that's all. If your lord wants more clear information, maybe you can ask Luo family Luotian. He also seems to have found something, but he didn't tell me. Fu Zhang remembered that when he was investigating this matter, he had contacted Luo Tian. The other party seems to have a clue. Su Yong secretly said in his heart, good guy. Luo Hongsheng. You are hiding something from me. Green Willow Villa knows something and you don't know it. The Luo family didn't know either. So what do you know? Okay, I understand, thank you, Master Fu, for letting me know. Su Yong cupped his fists and saluted, ready to leave. Master Su, you are welcome. Kaiyang City is lucky to have you here to solve the drought situation here. Fu Zhang returned the gift. The Grand Master personally took care of the matter in a small place. Wouldn't that be the luck of Kaiyang City? Leaving Green Willow Villa, Su Yong returned to Kaiyang City again. He didn't confront Luo Hongsheng directly, but went to Luo's house first. After coming to Luo's house, as before, Su Yong met Luo Tian soon after revealing his identity. He heard from Master Fu that you know something about the drought here. Is it true or not? Su Yong asked. A tangled look flashed across Luo Tian's face. My lord, I do have some information, but I'm not sure whether it's true or not. I want to ask my lord a question. Su Yong calmly said. You ask. Luo Tian spoke slowly. If this person becomes an official, what will your lord do? Luo Tian asked inexplicably, but Su Yong heard the overtones. Perhaps the information that Luo Tian possesses involves people from the government, and he is afraid that he will cover it up. Judging from the current situation within the jurisdiction of Kaiyang City, it has caused a drought in one place, and the people are miserable. If the other party is an official, they should be executed. Su Yang slowly expressed his thoughts. As an official, he let his subordinates become like this, which is even more abhorrent than those powerful families. And the situation is even more serious. How many people have been affected by the drought in one place? Within Kaiyang City, 60,000 people started. Su Yang will not forgive the other party just because the other party is an official and his colleague. He will only punish more severely. After hearing Su Yang's answer, Luo Tian also breathed a sigh of relief and felt relieved. If you have such a promise from your lord, then I will tell you the truth. I suspect that this incident was probably done by the commander of the Junwu division, Luo Hongsheng. Although Su Yang was a little suspicious of Luo Hongsheng, after hearing this answer, his anger came up immediately. Luo Hongsheng, you are the official of the parents of the local people. Su Yang closed his eyes and spoke calmly after a while. Do you have evidence? I say so, of course there is. Luo Tian took out a khaki bead from his bosom and said, I have a special tracking method, which can vaguely sense some special changes in the world, but it's unstable, sometimes good and sometimes bad. About half a month ago, I sensed the evil immortals' cultivation again, movement. I followed my induction to an abandoned house, and an underground space was opened up in the house. I entered it carefully. I saw Luo Hongsheng condensing this khaki bead in it. This thing is formed by absorbing the essence of the earth, and it is also the cause of the drought here. I had an adventure when I was young, and I got a foundation building shadowless talisman by chance. After casting it, it came and went without a trace. With this talisman, I snatched the bead and used special means to hide the aura of the bead. As for the truth of what I said, you will know when you confront Luo Hongsheng face to face. Seeing that Luo Tian's words are so convincing and there are definite evidences, Su Yang knew that Luo Hongsheng did it most likely. Okay, Mr. Luo, please walk with me. Chapter 74 My Wish, Mortals are not ants. The four of them left Luo's house and went to Junwu. Less than half an hour before and after, Su Yang came back here again. In the hall, Su Yang was sitting at the main seat, and Luo Hongsheng had also arrived. It's just that when he stood below and saw Luo Tian following him, he suddenly felt a little bad in his heart. You are guilty. Su Yang looked at Luo Hongsheng expressionlessly. This subordinate is guilty. It is due to his incompetence. He did not collect any useful information. Please punish him. Luo Hongsheng immediately admitted his mistake. He hoped to just blame him for his incompetence, but the more he was afraid of something, the more something would happen. It's just like that. Su Yang sighed. You really let me down. The governance of Kaiyang City is very good, except for the drought, there seems to be no problem. I also gave you a chance for half a month. It seems that you haven't figured it out yet, or are you taking chances? In Kaiyang City, there is no aristocratic family to bully the people, no sect disciples to bully the people, but in the end, it is their parents and officials who make the people in this place miserable. Don't you think it's ridiculous? Su Yang asked sharply. His eyes were full of disappointment. He wanted to keep all officials clean, but no dynasty had succeeded. He knows this, he understands it. Seeing this kind of thing, I was really disappointed. Luo Hongsheng trembled slightly, gritted his teeth and struggled for the last time. My lord, I don't know what you mean by this. Su Yang didn't want to talk nonsense anymore, and motioned Luo Tian to take out something. Luo Tian took a step forward and took out the khaki bead. Commander Luo should know this thing. It's you. When Luo Tian took out this thing, Luo Hongsheng knew that everything was over. That's the only thing he's afraid of and leaks out of. But why? Just this made him lose everything. Luo Hongsheng looked at Su Yang in despair. My lord, can you give me a way out? I don't want to do this either, but this immortal method will allow me to embark on the road of cultivating immortals and help me shape my spiritual roots. Cultivating immortals, you can live forever. Luo Hongsheng's eyes flickered with a trace of madness, and the aura of despair was swept away from his body. On Luo Hongsheng's body, a khaki light emerged, very faint, but it did exist. Look, my lord, I don't have a spiritual root, but I can practice this method, and I have created a spiritual root. In front of me in the future is the avenue of longevity. Ordinary people, why not suffer a little bit? With my body, it will bring more benefits to the common people and great Shah. I would like to dedicate these immortal methods to my lord. Luo Hongsheng took out a volume of books and looked at Su Yang. Ha ha ha, ordinary people, why not suffer a little bit? Su Yang laughed loudly. It turns out that this is the common people in the eyes of corrupt officials. It turns out that this is the world in the eyes of high-ranking people. Su Yang stopped laughing. His face was stern, and his eyes were burning. I don't care what you think of the common people, how you think of ordinary people. But all beings are equal here. Take care of your master, martial saint. It's up to you to cultivate immortality, true immortal. Those who treat ordinary people like ants and trample on them at will, I will punish them one by one. The path that no one in this world can walk, I want to try to see if he can walk. Luo Hongsheng couldn't help laughing when he heard Su Yang speak. PFF'd. Haha my lord, you haven't woken up yet. Before I thought I was crazy, let this place into a drought. Now it seems that you are crazier than me. Ha ha ha, all living beings are equal. There are different classes in this world. Don't you want the emperor and the people to be equal? How could the Holy One agree? How can warriors in this world agree? Even if you win the hearts of the people of the world, so what? The general trend of the world is determined by warriors, by those with high positions. Can you change their aloof appearance? Facing Luo Hongsheng's questioning and ridicule, Su Yang was not angry. That's right, there are grades and grades in this world. But in my opinion, wealth, status, knowledge, strength, etc. It is okay and normal to have such divisions. But human life is equal. As for the general trend of the world, if it is decided by the strong, then what my sword is pointing at is the general trend of the world. Changing the world will eventually be a long road. John Feng clears the way, and I will keep moving forward. The status quo of the world cannot be changed, but in the future, the lives of ordinary people will no longer be regarded as ants and can be wiped out at will. As for you, I don't think we will see the day. In the hall, the atmosphere changed suddenly, from stormy clouds to instant calm. My lord, you are forcing me. Grand Master is also mortal. Luo Hongsheng's gaze gradually became dangerous, and it could be seen that he might have some trump cards. Su Yang shook his head, losing interest in talking to him. I had a thought. A sword intent in the void formed instantly, cutting towards Luo Hongsheng like a phantom. Luo Hongsheng only had time to widen his eyes, and then his head moved. As for what whole cards he has, Su Yang didn't want to know, and he wouldn't say that he had to wait for the enemy to show his whole cards before making a move. A sword beheaded Luo Hongsheng, and the ring in his hand, as well as the immortal cultivation technique, were taken back by Su Yang with his thoughts. Creating spiritual roots. He wants to see how this exercise is. He was not in a hurry to check, and the town's military division would also need to be resettled. After all, Luo Hongsheng was also a commander. The three people beside Su Yang were all shocked by Su Yang's remarks. Ji Yushu has been with Su Yang for a longer time, and as an elder, he can better understand what Su Yang is talking about. It is precisely because I understand more. He was even more shocked. This is a great wish. Can such a wish really come true? On the other hand, Zhang Xiaoyu and Luo Tian didn't think too much about it. Compared to what Su Yang said, they were even more amazed by what Su Yang did. Su Yang's rhetoric, in their opinion, is what a hero should do. Protecting the weak and fighting against hegemony is what a hero should look like in their hearts. Su Yang looked at them, and also noticed their thoughts. Laughed. Worship me. Brother Yang, you are not talking nonsense, you just looked like a hero in my heart. Zhang Xiaoyu said excitedly, he didn't have so many scruples. Su Yang smiled. This kid, maybe he didn't know that what he did before was more like a hero. Perhaps in the eyes of this kid, a hero needs to have invincible strength. Then don't just worship me, try to be me. If you want to change the world, you need thousands of people like us. Kindness, evil, selfishness, indifference, passion. No matter what kind of person they become, they are all influenced by the environment in which they grew up, and also by the things they encountered while growing up. At the beginning of human beings, neither good nor evil should be blank. Next, Su Yang found the county magistrate here, and all the envoys in charge of the Junwu division, and explained Luo Hongsheng's situation. The new leader was elected on the spot under the self-recommendation of everyone. Su Yang, as the envoy of the quartet, has this authority. After the matter was over, the four of them walked out of Junwu Division. Thank you Mr. Luo for providing the key clues during this trip. This token contains my full blow, which can trigger life-saving in case of danger. Su Yang took out a token and handed it to Luo Tian. Haha, then I will thank Mr. Su. Good. Something happened here. Su Yang led the two of them towards the outside of the city. Little Yuer, do you remember that I said that I would solve the drought with a sword? Brother Yang, is it really possible? Zhang Xiaoyu's eyes flickered, with suspicion and anticipation. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 75 Heaven and Earth Cultivation Method. Little Yuer, take care of yourself and practice hard, only then can you save more suffering. In midair, Su Yang's mind moved, and the vast sword intent spread out, rushing towards all directions. The coverage area is so large that it fully covers the entire jurisdiction of Kaiyang City. This sword is called Rain. I want it to rain today, so he has to. The sword intent filled the sky, and the sky changed accordingly. In just an instant, the sky over 100 miles was shrouded in dark clouds. The people who were digging the earth. The people who were receiving water in Kaiyang City. They all froze. It is going to rain. It's going to rain, go back and get water. For a while, the people ran wildly on the way home. Before they got home, the whole sky began to rain heavily. There is no process from small to large, it is directly the level of heavy rain. Big raindrops fell from the sky. Let the arid land below usher in scarce water again. The river bed began to gather water, various animals began to emerge, and the severed vitality began to return. It rained for a whole day and night. The source of water has been made up, but the lost vitality is not so easy to make up. In midair, the three of them stood upright. The raindrops were blocked by the sword intent and vigor, and did not fall on them. How about it, little fish? Brother Yang, I understand. Zhang Xiaoyu feels that his worldview is constantly being refreshed. A more advanced world is gradually opening the door to him. In fact, it's not just Zhang Xiaoyu, even Ji Yushu is constantly seeing new worlds. The shock that Su Yang brought to him has already made him numb. The sword intent of thunder, the sword intent turns into a rainbow, and the sky rains heavily with one sword. All kinds of things like this, if ordinary people can do a little bit, they are considered geniuses among geniuses. But in Su Yang, this kind of thing seems to be easy and effortless. Something happened here, and the three left together. Kaiyang City, there will be a new life in Kaiyang City. Open black lens bracket mission completed. Will of all beings plus 100 close black lens bracket. On the way back, Su Yang was studying the things he had snatched from Luo Hongsheng. This guy also had some adventures, and he was able to obtain a skill that can create spiritual roots. Su Yang asked Ji Yushu about this kind of exercise, and it was unheard of even in the immortal sect. There is no Taishang Shanzong who is superior to Daxia. After hearing the news, Su Yang also became very interested in this thing. At first he thought it was just a book of exercises that could be seen everywhere, but now it seems that it might not be. Open black lens bracket Heaven and Earth Cultivation Method close black lens bracket. Introduction. Borrowing the power of heaven and earth, casting spiritual roots, cultivating the Tao, dividing into destruction chapters, feeding back chapters, casting spirit chapters, and spiritual land chapters. Destruction chapter. Forcibly ingesting the source of a place for self-cultivation. This kind of cultivation method is extremely fast. Feedback article. Melt into the world, choose a place to fuse, and you will receive a steady stream of spiritual energy born in the place where you are. The stronger the fusion site, the more spiritual energy you will receive from the feedback. Focus on improving your own fusion site, can be favored by the world, and when the world becomes stronger, it can be rewarded. Casting Spirit Chapter. Those without spiritual roots can use the origin of heaven and earth to forge spiritual roots, and absorb the energy of the origin of heaven and earth through the chapter of destruction or feeding back to forge spiritual roots. Note that even low-grade spiritual roots still need a lot of energy from the origin of heaven and earth. Spiritual Land Chapter. Heaven and earth are classified, and mountains and rivers are also classified. Master this chapter, You can find famous mountains and rivers, and observe the quality of Lingshan and Ling. Su Yang read this practice method with some interest, but was completely shocked. This exercise is a bit incredible. Even if he didn't know the quality and origin, but only knew the ability of this exercise, Su Yang immediately discovered that this exercise is absolutely extraordinary. 4 chapters, the first 2 represent 2 different ways. The last 2 are auxiliary. But the most important thing is that the chapter on casting spirits allows ordinary people to embark on the road of cultivating immortals. But it has the ability to make good fortune. Su Yang also noticed the chapter on destruction, which stated that destroying the world would lead to punishment from heaven, but Su Yang learned that there are many evil spirits in the territory of Great Sha. Those who cultivated may all be destruction chapters, but they have never heard of heaven's punishment. He immediately thought of the heavenly Tao fragment in his hand. The way of heaven in this world probably doesn't know how it is broken into. Destruction chapter is a quick way. Feeding back chapter is an orthodox way of cultivation, but it is very slow. Su Yang can feel an extremely slow feeling just after reading some of the above notes. The most important thing is that feeding back the body into the world requires the recognition of the world. Heaven is gone in this world, how can you admit it? After Su Yang understood it, he showed Ji Yushu the cultivation method of heaven and earth, and at the same time asked if there was such a chapter on giving back in Xiaxian. Soon he got the answer. Back to the sword master, no. Ji Yushu shook his head. As far as I know, the current cultivation method in Xie Xian's hands is only the destruction chapter, and none of the following 3 chapters. After reading it, Ji Yushu was also a little shocked. This heaven and earth cultivation method is really powerful. Su Yang became very curious about where Luo Hongsheng got these things for a while. Luo Hongsheng obtained something that those cultivators didn't even have. Unfortunately, Luo Hongsheng is already dead. If he could practice the reward chapter, maybe Luo Hongsheng would not go through the destruction chapter. In this back-feeding chapter, Su Yang felt that it was somewhat similar to the mountain gods and river gods in his previous life. This method is by no means ordinary. Su Yang put it away for the time being, and after he sees what is going on with the heavenly Tao in this world, maybe he will need it later. He suddenly thought again, didn't he have a fragment of heaven in his hand? So I asked tentatively. Su Yang only needs to use his sword intent to communicate with the heavenly Tao fragments, but he doesn't need to speak. The heavenly Tao fragment, which hadn't responded for a long time, spoke again. Heavenly Tao fragment. Yes. But now I am too weak and need to find more fragments of me. Su Yang. Open black lens bracket. How to find it? Close black lens bracket. Heavenly Tao fragment. Wait for me for a while. I will guide you. After finishing speaking, no matter how Su Yang asked, he fell silent again. Regarding this, Su Yang has no good solution. Can only give up. With this cultivation method, the problems in my subsequent cultivation can be regarded as a preliminary solution. He can also cultivate with this method. In Luo Hongsheng's storage ring, there are some cultivation resources, low-grade spirit stones, elixir, etc., and there is nothing particularly eye-catching. In the blink of an eye, the 3 of them returned to Wuxi, the county town. From going out to solving the problems of the 2 cities, it took less than 2 hours in total. After returning to the courtyard, Su Yang also began to consider Zhang Xiaoyu's arrangement. But he doesn't know how to teach this kind of thing, so he just let Ji Yushu take the lead. He has some ideas about the heaven and earth cultivation method, but unfortunately the heaven and earth are sleeping now. If he wants to cast spiritual roots, he can only use the destruction chapter. Destruction chapter. It is no longer within the scope of Su Yang's choice. That thing does too much damage to a place. I just don't know if there are other planets, worlds. If they enter the universe, can those planets without owners and lifeless bodies be used for cultivation? If there is no restriction of heaven, it is somewhat possible. It is okay to beat the heavens. Su Yang suddenly thought of another question. Since they can have this kind of cultivation method here, what about their world? The only restriction on the destruction chapter may be the way of heaven. Heaven will punish the monks who practice the destruction chapter. At the same time, righteous people and monks who practice the reward chapter may not allow the destruction chapter to exist. From this point of view, it may be that the world he lives in is special, and the destruction chapter can become popular, and evil immortals can appear in large numbers. Or did monks from other worlds come in and kill their heavenly Tao, and then practice here? Chapter 76 Sparks of Fire. County City. In the following time, Su Yong also resumed his daily life. Staying in the courtyard and wielding the sword, it's just that there are two more people in his courtyard. Gen Wuxi is still busy dealing with the follow-up matters of the blood-refining sect, so there is no time to bother him for the time being. Credit needs to be counted, and the people need to be appeased. Everyone is busy. Taking advantage of this time, Su Yong also thought that Ma Wu was injured before, and he heard that he is still not recovering. He also found a first-grade healing elixir, and found a time to send it to Ma Wu. At the beginning, Ma Wu treated him well. Su Yong can't forget this. After giving the elixir to Ma Wu to heal his injuries, Su Yong returned to his courtyard with peace of mind. Continue his way of swinging the sword. Next, I will go to Kyoto. LV30 is not enough. Under the tempering of the Gangfeng sword intent, his body is getting stronger every second, and the number of times he swings the sword is also increasing. The evil cultivation of the blood-refining sect has been dealt with, and all the monks in the Jianghu have returned to the Jianghu. Their return also brought news of a shocking explosion to Tianfeng County. A sword fairy was born in Tianfeng County. Slay the Grand Master with one sword. Wherever Yu Wanjian passes by, all evil cultivators will be wiped out. In the Beiduan Mountains, cut out the Baili Abyss with one sword, and destroy all the evil cultivators of the blood-refining sect. In their Tianfeng County, a heaven-changing sword immortal came out. Ordinary people don't know what changes in the sky. But they know that a sword can open a mountain. With such a means, isn't it the sword fairy coming to the world? Words are spreading fast. In just 3 days, the entire Tianfeng County knew about it. Folk storytellers have also released various versions. The Beiduan Mountains cut out the Bailiwan with a sword, so I won't talk about that. But some things they haven't seen before, just weird and unknown things, they have all pressed on the head of Sword Immortal. For example, Lufeng City was suddenly covered by dark clouds, and a thunderous giant sword descended from the sky. According to the storyteller, it has already been done by Su Yong. For example, when the sun was shining brightly in Kaiyang City, it rained cats and dogs. It is said that it was because Su Yong, the sword fairy, went there and saw the suffering of the people, so he swung his sword to pray for rain. In the eyes of the common people, these seem to be things that only heavenly immortals can do. They obviously didn't see it, but they were all on Su Yang's head. And began to spread widely. Regarding these rumors, the somewhat sensible quack cultivators only listened to them as rumors. Sword Immortal cut out Bailiwan with one sword. They admitted and admired it. But thunder comes with a sword, rain comes with a sword, how can they agree with such absurd things? When they have never seen the world. In addition to Su Yang's strength, Su Yang's deeds were also quickly discovered. Su Yang's words and deeds will be known by the world. The entire Tianfeng County was shaken. Warrior training is not to oppress the common people. The forces that ruled the aristocratic families, sects, and oppressed the common people were liquidated by Su Yong one by one. The people of Linjiang City received huge compensation from Shemin, and the masterminds and accomplices who oppressed them were all killed. Overnight, the people of Linjiang City were dragged back to heaven from hell. There is a sentence that everyone's life is equal. The life of a warrior is no more noble and valuable than that of ordinary people. In the eyes of some quack cultivators, Su Yong is a hero worthy of respect. In the eyes of common people, Su Yong is no different from a fairy. But what Su Yong did, some people are satisfied, some are happy, and naturally some are not happy. Many warriors also questioned. They have practiced martial arts for decades, why are they not nobler than ordinary people? I feel that Su Yong is too nosy and self-righteous. They don't take Su Yong seriously, they will still do what they should do. In their view, can you, Su Yong, control me? You can't understand it, if you have the ability, come and catch me. But these people far underestimated the impact of this matter. That's right, there is only one Su Yong, and he is too weak to control all the warriors on the whole land. But Su Yang's ideas, his thoughts, and his deeds have already turned into dandelions and spread throughout Tianfeng County by setting an example. People who are chivalrous in their hearts, or who are still ignorant, are gradually influenced by Su Yang. We, monks in the rivers and lakes, should be like Su Jianxian. Let the chivalry fight for justice and sweep away the injustice in the world. A single spark has been quietly planted. Hirayama Castle. Rejuvenation Church. Grandpa. Grandpa, have you heard that Master Su Yang has become a sword fairy? Outside the courtyard, Lu Yuro ran in excitedly, grabbing Lu Kongshan's arm and expressing her joy. Slow down, my old bones are about to be shaken apart by you. Lu Kongshan said helplessly. He saw his girl so excited, and his mood was extremely complicated for a while. He saw that Su Yang was definitely not something in the pond from the very beginning, but he never expected that Su Yang would take off so fiercely. When you are reincarnated like a sword fairy, you wake up in one day and ascend to 9 days. How can such a character be so high? After Lu Yuro calmed down a bit, Lu Kongshan still expressed his worries. He was afraid that his girl was too deep, so she should be fine now. Girl, the stronger Mr. Su is, the farther away he will be from us. As we are, I'm afraid we won't be able to see Mr. Su in the future. Even if I teach you what I have learned all my life, it is still not as good as Mr. Su. Excited Lu Yuro suddenly froze for a moment, the smile on her face disappeared briefly, and then reappeared, but compared to before, it seemed extremely far-fetched. Grandpa, I understand. Lu Yuro felt a sudden darkness in her heart. Yes, they are not the same after all. After that, he became Master Su who he couldn't reach. And she will only be the doctor of this spring hall in the future. At the beginning, I pushed away the crowded crowd, and my heart was like a different person in just one glance. Now you are still the radiant Master Su, and I am the distraught Dr. Lu. Master Su, the little girl is going back to Dr. Lu. Grandpa. I'm back in the front hall. Lu Yuro turned around. Doda's tears couldn't stop falling down. A girl's heart withers before it blooms. Lu Kongshan looked at his granddaughter with heartache. He is someone who has experienced it, so how can a little flower be worthy of a real dragon? 3 days passed, and with the help of body-tempering Gangfeng, Su Yang's physique had entered the 8th rank. In one day, he can already swing 30,000 swords, not the kind that is aimed at death. At the limit, it can reach 40,000 swords. At the same time, within 3 days, his sword intent also increased to LV32. In terms of physique, it will take 7 days to enter the 7th rank. However, Su Yang is not satisfied with this speed. He still has the 5 poison body tempering medicinal bath recipe in his hand. With his current financial resources, it is easy to get the materials. He has asked Ji Yushu to prepare, and tonight he will double his body tempering. It's a pity that the better the medicinal bath recipe, the higher the requirements for using it, so it can only be done step by step, otherwise Su Yang will directly use the best medicinal bath recipe. The requirement for using the 5 poison-quenching medicinal bath recipe is to refine the 8th grade externally, so he only started preparing this medicinal bath recipe after reaching the 8th grade. At the same time, Yi Tianba and others have already counted their military exploits, and will hold a celebration banquet tomorrow, and all the famous sect forces and official personnel will be present. Su Yang did not forget one thing. When these Zhonghu monks entered the city, there was a lot of commotion. He has asked Rong Xiaoxi to take the register of people's losses. Please follow up. Ask for a monthly pass. If it is on the shelves, it is to be determined, waiting for the editor's notice. It is still very important to follow up the new book period, so please follow up. Zhang Xiaoyu made some fine-tuning and listened to opinions. Chapter 77. You won't lose money, right? After a while, Rong Xiaoxi came to Suyang courtyard again. Master Su, this is the loss register. Have you doubled down? I don't know too well, maybe some of them have made mistakes. Then double everything. Su Yang will definitely do this matter. These quack cultivators have already received benefits for their actions, and they can also receive military exploits. But why should the common people, who were already endangered by evil cultivators, be affected by the fights between Zhonghu monks? To bear these losses. If you want to say that the layout is bigger, don't worry about it. But these are the losses of the common people. You have a big pattern, so you use the losses of the common people as the pattern. These silver tails are indeed not much, and the main purpose is not for this little money. What is more important is to let these Jianghu monks understand that they should pay attention to the people when fighting, let alone do it in the city, otherwise Su Yang will pursue it. Master Su, the dinner party is about to begin. When it was evening, Rong Xiaoxi came to remind him. Su Yang also broke away from the state of swinging the sword. Alright, please wait. Currently, the 5 poison-quenching body medicinal bath powder is not yet ready, and it will take about an hour. At this time, he can just go to the dinner party, and he can soak in the medicinal bath when he comes back. After tidying up a bit, Su Yang followed Rong Xiaoxi and left. Ji Yushus and Zhang Xiaoyu were practicing in the courtyard. With a lot of resources, Zhang Xiaoyu's cultivation speed can be described as rapid. Has broken through the 8th rank, but the drug use should not be too intense, it may take a month to reach the 7th rank. Regarding this, Su Yang felt that it was too slow, but in the future, Su Yang decided to let him practice in the county city with peace of mind, and he would not take it with him all the time. Fortunately, his return on effort is relatively high. Governor's office. When Su Yang walked in, all the people who saw him paid attention and respected him. Entering the compound, round tables have already been set up. The people seated in the compound are all Tianfeng County's small sect, somewhat famous Lone Rangers and the like. Such as Iron Body Gate, Ziyu Gate. In these sects, casual people are naturally eligible to receive invitations, but they cannot enter the inner circle. Su Yang naturally wouldn't take a seat in the compound. Su Jianxian is here. Next to Zhang Erlong, I met Su Jianxian. Lu Lei at the Iron Body Gate, met Su Jianxian. I met Su Jianxian at Qifeng of Sha Ziyu Gate. After Su Yang came in, all the Jianghu monks stood up and saluted respectfully. It can be seen that Su Yang has a great reputation. It is one thing to be powerful, but quite another to be famous. It's like being invincible in the deep mountains. You just came out of the mountain and look like a savage. If people don't know your strength, they will definitely stay away from you. That is a very normal thing. Su Yang nodded and responded one by one. Among the many compliments, he saw Yi Zhang and Sun Tianpeng. The two also greeted Su Yang in the crowd. This time Su Yang not only nodded, but also went to talk to the two of them. Unfortunately, during the conversation with the two, Su Yang clearly felt a kind of estrangement after the huge difference in identities. Even though they were friendly on the surface, talking and laughing, the cautious and respectful attitude was very obvious. Su Yang finally realized why the strong are lonely. Only the strong will become friends with the strong, and when the strength is equal, there will be more topics, and there is no need to be cautious. When the gap in strength is too large, it will be difficult to make friends. Even so, Su Yang's approach unintentionally made all the Jianghu monks pay more attention to Yi Zhang and Sun Tianpeng. In the future, it will bring great benefits to the two of them. This may be the way one person attains enlightenment and ascends to heaven. After a brief exchange with the two, Su Yang walked into the hall here. The status of the people staying in the hall is obviously the top figure in Tianfeng County. The first place is Yi Tianba, the left side of the two sides is temporarily empty, and the right side is the county guard Zhang Wenshou. Further down are Lu Jun, Han Chu, Grandmaster of Fire Sword Gate, Grandmaster of Golden Knife Gate, Grandmaster of Xuanshan Temple, Grandmaster of Chasing Moon Pavilion. In the lobby, all the high-level people in Tianfeng County gathered. But without exception, after Su Yang stepped in, everyone stood up to greet him. I've seen Su Jianxian. Su Yang's strength is worthy of their treatment. Yi Tianba even waved, signaling Su Yang to sit beside him. In terms of rules, Su Yang is a subordinate after all, so it would be bad if he directly sat in the main seat. Otherwise, Yi Tianba wouldn't be the master. Everyone knows this in their hearts. Regarding this, Su Yang didn't feel much in his heart. If possible, he would prefer to sit in the corner, and he is not a person who likes to pretend. Now, there is no other way, the kindness is hard to turn down, so let's sit in the second seat. After Su Yang was seated, the celebration banquet officially started. It seems that everyone is waiting for Su Yang, and only when he comes is the time for the banquet to begin. At the beginning, it was nothing more than some politeness and flattery. Most compliments to Su Yang. There is no need to elaborate on these. Soon it was time to discuss meritorious deeds and rewards. Yi Tianba waved his hand, everyone, who contributed the most to this operation, everyone must know. It goes without saying, it must be Su Jianxian. Huojianman Zhang Yan immediately jumped out and echoed loudly, really stealing the limelight. But it also attracted a group of contemptuous eyes. Maid, you're really shameless, why can't you speak slowly and let me do it? Yi Tianba nodded in satisfaction. That's right, it's Su Jianxian. One sword wiped out thousands of evil cultivators, one sword killed all the masters of evil cultivators, and even one sword wiped out the master of the blood refining sect who turned into an evil spirit. I am no longer able to determine such a great achievement. I have reported it to His Majesty. I believe that His Majesty will reward you soon. Su Jianxian comes from my Lingshan prefecture, and I am lucky to be in Lingshan prefecture. But, Yi Tianba came down from Lingshan prefecture. He definitely said Lingshan prefecture, not Tianfeng county. Yi Tianba then glanced around, changed his painting style, and said, I also see your contributions, so naturally I can't let you feel cold. Xuanshan Temple, 1 million merit points and 5 top-grade treasure house tokens will be rewarded. Fire Sword Sect, reward 1 million merit points and 3 top-rank treasure house tokens. One by one will be rewarded for their merits and deeds, and the host and guest will enjoy themselves after a meal. Su Yang saw that everyone ate almost the same food, and was almost happy, so he took the initiative to say, Master Yi, can I say a few words? As soon as Su Yang spoke, Yi Tianba still hadn't spoken, and everyone fell silent, no matter how intense or happy the topic just discussed was. Haha. There's nothing wrong with it, just say it. Yi Tianba laughed loudly. That's right, what Su Jianxian said is right, I will definitely listen to it. Zhang Yan was the first to jump out again. It can be said that the Grand Master present is the first person to flatter. Su Yang nodded, and said, I think everyone knows my personality and temper by now, so I'll just say something straight, I hope you don't mind. Of course, if you mind, there's nothing I can do. I'm definitely going to say it. Warriors like me, after years of practice, have a whole body of strength, and the wealth and status we can obtain have long surpassed ordinary people. Martial arts does not mean that everyone must be chivalrous, but also not bullying the weak. I wonder if everyone agrees with my point of view. After Su Yang finished speaking, he glanced at everyone. In this regard, everyone naturally nodded in agreement. I have a booklet here, which records the losses caused to the common people by the disciples or Zhonghu monks fighting in various cities. Surely you won't lose money, right? Su Yang had just finished speaking, and everyone thought of the friction between the genius disciple of the Golden Knife Gate and the first-rank elder when Su Yang pressed the Fire Sword Gate. At the same time, I also thought of Su Yang's personality, and he took great care of ordinary people, common people and other low-level people. Don't worry, Su Jianxian, I will definitely settle this matter. I will pay as much as I have to pay. If anyone dares not to pay, my Huojianman will definitely be at odds with the other party. Zhang Yan was the first to stand up again. I have to say that people with good eyesight are always able to seize opportunities. Very good. According to statistics, the Huojianman contribution caused a loss of 530 taels of silver. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 78 Sharpen your sword and wait for the wind and rain. In the hall, everyone held back their laughter for a while. Zhang Yan didn't care at all, he still complimented him and handed over 1,000 taels of silver. Don't worry Su Jianxian, I, Huojian sect, will take the lead. This is my compensation. At the same time, I will strictly require the disciples in the sect to be good people, learn martial arts first, and I will put it on the first page of the sect rules. I have to say that Zhang Yan is really a genius, Su Yang called him by name, if he is not handled properly, he is a joke. But he not only handled it well, but also handled it beautifully. He can see the situation clearly, and he also knows that what Su Yang needs is definitely not this little compensation. Is an attitude and a rule for the future. Zhang Yan's behavior surprised even Su Yang. That's right, Master Zhang has set a good example. Su Yang nodded in satisfaction. Seeing this, why would everyone delay, and one by one asked themselves if the disciples in the sect had made any mistakes, and whether they needed compensation. Give it the first time you need it. What is not needed is that the disciples in the sect will be restrained after expressing their position. At the same time, many quack monks are not here. Those who participated in the banquet in the outer court, the suzerains of the four major sects directly asked for money. No one thought that these masters would one day go out for hundreds of taels of silver, or dozens of taels of silver. Soon most of the silver taels will be back. The other part was made by quack monks, who were not of sufficient status and were not at the banquet, so we could only wait for a later date. But Zhang Yan stood up again and directly stated that he would hold the silver first. He Huojianmen will come to these people one by one, tell them how to be a qualified warrior, and make them lose money. No matter what Su Yang can say, he can only appreciate Zhang Yan more and more. Talent, absolute talent. Su Yang has remembered this person, and if it is useful in the future, he will definitely remember it. There was a lot of praise on the spot. It was just a compliment, but it made many masters present envious. They understood that Zhang Yan was remembered by Su Yang. But there is no way, who told them not to flatter. After a banquet, it can be said that the guests and the host had a good time and ended successfully. Of the silver taels he got, Su Yang distributed the excess to the soldiers who handled the matter. The rest will be returned to the people who lost. After all, the demerits will be doubled. It was only later that a restaurant owner was surprised that he had lost 50 taels, but the compensation was 100 taels. At this banquet, what Su Yang did will spread to the entire Tianfeng county faster. At the same time, Yi Tianba has already reported Su Yang's credit. But it will take some time for the emperor to see it. It is impossible to send news, so I will read it immediately. Unless there is an urgent matter. Su Yang has made great contributions, but he has not yet reached that point. It must be submitted layer by layer. The celebration banquet was over, and Su Yang returned to his courtyard with a little drunkenness. At this time, Ji Yushu had already obtained the 5 poison body-quenching medicinal bath powder, so Su Yang just poured it into the water and soaked it. Old Ji Yu, help me prepare a medicinal bath. In the courtyard, Su Yang was lying comfortably on the recliner, looking at the sky and night, feeling at ease. These medicated bath recipes are limited to use, and the 5 poison body-quenching medicated bath recipe requires an 8th rank physique, so he only started to collect materials for refining after breaking through the 8th rank. Okay, Sword Master. Ji Yushu responded respectfully, and then prepared to go. Soon, a medicated bath with green bubbles in a tub is ready. Su Yang couldn't help complaining in his heart, is there really no problem with this thing? For the sake of safety, Su Yang prepared various healing elixirs and detoxification elixirs. Or all first class, even Grandmaster level. In this way, he was relieved a lot. Enter it, and the next step is the painful and happy medicinal bath time. You can clearly feel the process of your body becoming stronger. This feeling is higher than the blessing brought by body tempering Gangfeng. With the superposition of the two, his physique is improving rapidly. Originally this kind of medicated bath, the first soaking effect is the best. About half an hour later, the medicinal effect of a bucket of medicinal bath was absorbed by Su Yang. The green water became much clearer. At the same time, Su Yang could clearly feel that his physique had strengthened again. It is only a thin line away from the 7th rank. With the help of body tempering Gangfeng, it may take a day or two to break through. After finishing the medicinal bath, Su Yang returned to the courtyard and began to swing his sword. It's still early, and he can't sleep, so it's better to swing the sword more realistically. By the way, let's feel his current strength and speed of swinging the sword have improved. As his strength is exposed, he may face some problems next. His strength improved too fast, too fast. Can't stand the investigation. Every man is innocent and he is guilty. His abnormality will eventually be targeted by others. Wait for his news to spread, all interested people in the world will follow him. Wants to know his secret. I want to know why his strength has improved so quickly. So, he needs to be invincible in the world. Only the current LV32 is not enough, the level of the panel does not reveal his specific strength. Tianchengjing has indeed stood at the top of the world, but it is not the top. There is also a martial artist above Tianchong, this is what he needs to consider. And other changes may not necessarily be weak. Who doesn't play cards in the rivers and lakes? Don't look at his current LV30 in Tianfeng County, but it's only in Tianfeng County. Go to the capital, the core of Great Sha, and you will meet stronger people. What if the strength does not improve? Whether he enters Beijing or not, he must raise his strength to the level of invincibility in the world. As for the sky, let's see, it should not be targeted at him in a short time. If it doesn't work, then we can only bow to Jiadianliu. Su Yong thought silently in his heart, and at the same time, he quickly repeated a movement with the long sword in his hand. He felt a sense of security only after listening to the proficiency +1 prompts. Ji Yushu has long been familiar with this kind of scene, and he even tried to cultivate in this way himself. Unfortunately, he didn't feel anything. This may be the gap between evildoers and geniuses. Ji Yushu thought silently. Zhang Xiaoyu didn't quite understand. Old Ji Yu, can brother Yang gain such great power just by swinging his sword like this? Then the cultivation method you taught me is wrong. Ouch. Ji Yushu knocked Zhang Xiaoyu on the head with all his strength. Cultivate your own well, how can you compare with the sword master? Ji Yushu said angrily. In the courtyard, Su Yang calculated that his current speed of swinging a sword is about 3,500 swords an hour. At the end of a day, under normal conditions, he can reach 40,000 swords, and at high strength, he can also break through 50,000 swords. The most important thing is that as his physical strength increases, swinging the sword will not cause his body to be injured again. Waiting for the jade rabbit to hang high, Su Yang can be regarded as withdrawing his sword. The sound of the sword wind howling in the courtyard disappeared. Open black lens bracket sword intent level +1, LV33 close black lens bracket. The sword intent in his mind instantly swelled by several tens. Time passed, and another day passed in a blink of an eye. Daxia capital. In the palace, Shah Zhan, the current saint, is processing the memorial. But just a moment later, a ***** reported. Your Majesty, the people from Taishang Shanzong are here. Shah Zhan felt a headache when he heard the words. Taishang Shanzong is really a big mountain pressing on Daxia, insurmountable, and dare not defy. Shah Zhan had to stop what he was doing and chose to receive the other party. In the main hall, there was a person sitting in the main seat unceremoniously, with a natural expression, as it should be. Shangxian doesn't know why this time he descended to the mortal world. Shah Zhan endured his displeasure. He is the current saint, above tens of thousands of people, but he has to bow his head. Arranging 100,000 people from Tianzhou to gather at Taishuan Mountain will be useful to Shanzong. Zhan Yangxi said slowly. Shangxian. Are these 100,000 people too many? Shah Zhan's face was calm, but there was a backlog of anger in his heart. 100,000 people. Before, it was a few hundred, a few thousand. Forget it. Facing Shanzong, he had no choice but this time, he wanted 100,000 people. The key is that those who have gone, basically have no news, life and death are uncertain. 100,000 people, how can he bear it? You have to understand, I'm just here to inform you, you have no right to refuse. I think you don't want to know the consequences of rejection. Zhan Yangxi got up slowly, came to Shah Zhan, and patted him on the shoulder. Out of the corner of Shah Zhan's eyes, he could see a slight smile on Zhan Yangxi's face. Zhan Yangxi didn't wait for Shah Zhan's answer, and disappeared into the palace in a flash. In the main hall, Shah Zhan's breath fluctuated, and anger burned in his chest. After a while, the anger subsides, followed by apathetic, helpless. I am unwilling. Chapter 79 Shock in the Deep Palace. There is a riot in the evil cave in Highland State, more evil spirits are pouring out, and reinforcements are needed. The evil immortal cholera in Kangzhou, the vitality of a state is passing, if you don't stop it, you will be in danger. The evil cult in Tianan Prefecture confuses the people, and there is a faint meaning of chaos, which needs to be eliminated. The northern wilderness monster clan shrinks, their whereabouts are strange, and there seems to be a secret. The boundless sea, within the range of the Tianxing Islands, the great Sha merchant ship was destroyed and the goods were robbed. Shah Zhan went back to the study to deal with the memorial, but the more he read it, the more he had a headache. In the whole world, where is the chaos? Is there any place that does not need to be guarded? The more he looked at Shah Zhan, the colder his heart became, and the more powerless he felt. How long can Daxia last in such a wind and rain? Well, teacher, how long do you think the current Great Shah can last? Shah Zhan put down the memorial in his hand, and seemed to be talking to himself in the empty study. But there is a response in the void. Don't worry, Your Majesty, if the minister is here, the Great Shah will be there every day. When the minister is not there, he will also spend 100 years of recuperation for the Great Shah. We still have time, and the turning point will appear at any time. Hopefully. Shah Zhan calmed down his mood. He is the Great Shah's sage. Anyone can admit defeat, but he can't. He bears the burden of tens of thousands of people. He cannot fall. He carries the whole world on his shoulders. The world is in chaos, and all living beings suffer. Shah Zhan closed his eyes and calmed down. After a while, he continued to read the memorial. I don't know how long it has passed. Shah Zhan suddenly burst out laughing. Ha ha ha, teacher, my way is not alone. When he finished reading this memorial, he could be said to be very happy, and he laughed out loud like never before. At the same time, the voice in the void sounded again. Your Majesty, why are you so happy? Teacher, please look. Shah Zhan handed out the memorial. A pair of eyes opened in the void, and saw the information on the memorial. Open black lens bracket Tianfeng County 19-year-old Tianchengjing sword cultivator. Destroy the blood refining sect with a few swords. Close black lens bracket. There is a lot of information in the memorial, including Su Yang's achievements, Su Yang's past, and words of pleading for Su Yang's credit. However, Shah Zhan and today's martial saints have been completely attracted by the words, 19-year-old Tianchengjing sword cultivator. Okay. Your Majesty's way, you should not be alone, and this is also a turning point. This is my great summer turning point. Even Wu Sheng was a little restless. Big Shah's current situation requires a person who can stand up and support the situation. The person they saw on the memorial is likely to be the person who will change the current situation in Daxia. Wu Sheng Daxia needs a brand new Wu Sheng to stand up. The 19-year-old sky-changing environment is hope. Compared with strength, Su Yang's actions are more important. Shah Zhan was extremely satisfied. Teacher, let's see what to do next. In this way, you should first re-investigate this person's identity and history, and at the same time call him to Beijing. Before conferring the reward, I will meet with him and discuss it later. Right now, it's best to block this news first. The world is changing, it's not enough. The teacher said so. Next, an order was issued from the Deep Palace. It is very secretive and has not been discovered by anyone. But many aristocratic families and dignitaries quickly noticed some problems from Shah Zhan's mood. Shah Zhan's mood is slightly different from the past, but not much. But even so, it was still discovered. Although the aristocratic family and the dignitaries didn't know exactly what happened, they knew that something must have happened. Each of them is also activating their power, wanting to understand what happened. After another day passed, Su Yang's sword intent had been promoted to LV34. The sword intent raised to LV34 is enough to cover a range of hundreds of miles just by releasing it. If you use the spider web, you can even cover a range of 200 miles. At the same time, his physical body also broke through to the 7th rank in the past day. After reaching the 7th rank, it is finally slower to move forward. Other body refining monks have good talents. With the help of enough medicine, it should take about half a year to go from 7th rank to 6th rank. Of course, this refers to the genius and the situation of having enough resources. If it is so-so and the resources are not enough, it is normal to waste more than 10 years. It only takes about half a month for Su Yang to break through to the 6th grade with the LV34 quenching body Gangfeng, and the Vajra treasure body medicinal bath recipe, which is a little faster than a genius. After his physique reaches the 7th rank, he can use the Vajra treasure body medicinal bath recipe. Now in a day, he can normally swing 50,000 swords a day. The speed of strength improvement becomes faster. Today, Su Yang was swinging his sword in his courtyard as usual. At noon, Yi Tianba sent someone to look for him. After arriving at the place where Yi Tianba lived temporarily, Yi Tianba also greeted him warmly. Haha, Su Yang, His Majesty wants to summon you and reward you in front of all civil and military officials. This really requires you to go to the capital. Yi Tianba laughed loudly and spoke out the reply he had just received. Oh, Su Yang said in a deep voice, is there a specified arrival time? This, Yi Tianba said dumbly. No, but it is best not to exceed 7 days. Even if we have to deal with some things within 7 days at our speed, there is enough time to arrive, so this time should not exceed 7 days. 7 days. Su Yang continued. That's enough. In the next few days, I need to deal with some things, and I may have to wait until the last day. By the way, after I go to the capital, where should I go? Or who should I find? 7 days, if you use 6 days to swing the sword, you can probably raise him to about LV40, and there is still no problem with leveling up a day. Yi Tianba smiled and said, it's not that you go alone, I will follow, and I will naturally lead you when the time comes. Su Yang nodded. I see. Well, I have a question, I don't know whether to ask it or not. You boy, if there is anything you can't ask, just say it. In that case, I will ask. Su Yang thought for a while, and said, Master Yi can reach the capital from here in 1 day, right? If not, we can also leave earlier. Yi Tianba. Why do you want to beat someone up so much? In 1 day, with the strength of my great master, it is no problem to rush to the capital. That's good, when I leave, I'll come to find Mr. Yi. Okay. After some discussion, the matter was settled. Going late is naturally to improve my own strength. Even if he was promoted to the capital, no one could restrict him. Only in that way can his safety be guaranteed. LV34, in fact, Su Yang feels that it is enough. Wu Sheng's combat power can easily destroy a city. If you go all out to hit Bili Daddy, you will be blown up soon. He feels that he can easily meet this requirement now. Wu Ji combat power must be there, but just to be on the safe side, it's better to increase it a little bit. Just like that, for the next 6 days, Su Yang waved his long sword in Tianfeng County, quietly waiting for the time to come. At the same time, the secret agents belonging to the capital sent the collected information to the Deep Palace. The existence in the Deep Palace, the more you understand Su Yang's rise, the more surprised and shocked you become. In just 2 months, I never knew the existence of martial arts, and now it has changed. This. How it was done. Chapter 80 Sword Intent LV41. 6 days passed in the blink of an eye. During the past 6 days, Su Yang stayed in his courtyard and brandished his sword. 6 days passed in a row. His sword intent level was just raised to LV41 by him. The sword intent of LV41 can cover 400 miles when it is released, and it can reach 800 miles under the full coverage of the spider web. At the same time, with his sword moves of this level, one strike would probably deal a devastating blow to hundreds of miles away. With such strength, Su Yang made a comparison in some books describing the strength of Wu Sheng. Found that his current strength must have surpassed Wu Sheng. In this way, Su Yang is also much relieved. Next, you can go to the capital with peace of mind. In 6 days, Su Yang didn't go outside to do anything, but what he did has been thoroughly fermented, not only spread in Tianfeng County, but also spread outside Tianfeng County. This situation brought him both advantages and disadvantages. The advantage is very simple, as his reputation and deeds spread, those in the entire Tianfeng County who did not cooperate with Zhen Wuxi's work, all cooperated honestly. The smog hanging over Tianfeng County is rapidly reducing. The will of all beings in Su Yang's hands is increasing. There are naturally some disadvantages. Su Yang's strength is too strong, and he is too young. So, some existences who are concerned about this matter are also interested in Su Yang. 19-year-old Tiancheng, it is impossible to have nothing on him. Maybe. This will be the key to breaking through the martial saint. Thinking of this, some beings who were paying attention to this matter became excited. The blood refining sect is not just an individual. There will be many existences that have interests involved with the blood refining sect. A more powerful evil cultivator, a family hidden in the dark. Among the heaven-changing realms have left the customs one after another, intending to join forces to capture Su Yang. Unfortunately, just before they left the customs, they received news that Su Yang had gone to the capital. In the capital, they dare not do anything. But that doesn't mean they'll give up. One by one is also going out, planning to go to the capital to watch Su Yang, and when Su Yang leaves the capital, it is the time for them to make a move. It may be related to breaking through the secret of the martial saint. How could they remain indifferent? Not even 1 second they want to be late. On this day, among the three major factions of Lingshan Prefecture Wang family, Zai Shengjiao, and Yinyu Palace, the ancestor of Tianchengjing came out. Capital. Su Yang and Yi Tianba have come to the Great Sha Center. It took about 4 hours from departure to arrival. Of course, if it wasn't for waiting for Yi Tianba, his speed would be even faster. Maybe the slowest one is Ji Yushu. As for Zhang Xiaoyu, he was left in the county to practice. Now all he needs is a cultivation environment, and he doesn't need to bring it with him. After arriving in the capital, Yi Tianba took Su Yang to the palace to register. Next, they just need to wait until they are summoned by the pilgrimage tomorrow morning. Find a restaurant that looks good, and the three of them live in it. Time passed, and soon it was evening. Yi Tianba couldn't stand the fact that he was in the room. It's okay for Su Yang to swing his sword when flying all the way, but he still swings his sword when he lives in the room. He really doesn't understand this evildoer. Swinging a sword can increase strength. After thinking about it, he planned to go out for a stroll. Boom boom boom. Su Yang stopped swinging his sword and opened the door. Master Yi, what's the matter? Yi Tianba rubbed his temples and said with a smile, you are working too hard. You just came to the capital. Do you want me to take you for a stroll? The night in the capital is very lively. Master Yi, you can go, I'm not done here yet. Su Yang shook his head and refused. Yi Tianba didn't force it. Seeing Su Yang's refusal, he left alone. Su Yang is still young, so it is better not to let him be contaminated by the night of the capital, so as not to slack off his cultivation. Let him do this kind of slack. Yi Tianba went out. Su Yang closed the door. What is there to see at night in the capital? Swing the sword, swing the sword. Deep in the palace. Teacher, he is here. Okay, I'll go see him. The night gradually became darker, and the sky above the capital city was shrouded in stars, and the starlight fell, and the earth was shrouded in a layer of silver light. Su Yang in the house is destined not to see this scene. Perhaps in his opinion, all kinds of scenery are not as good as a long sword in hand. All kinds of sounds of nature are not as good as echoing in the mind. Open black lens bracket sword intent proficiency +1 close black lens bracket. Little friend, can you come out and talk to the sky? Su Yang, who was concentrating on swinging his sword, was taken aback for a moment. Did the panel speak? No, someone sent him a voice transmission. The sword intent spread out of his body in an instant, and quickly locked onto the man in the sky. The sword move is still missing something. Su Yang created a sword move on the spot that could perceive everything. As long as the opponent's strength is not as good as his own, he can perceive the opponent's general strength. It's hard to hide it. Through his known state information, he can determine the opponent's state based on the perceived strength. Unless Su Yang has never seen the opponent's realm, then he can't determine the realm, but can only analyze the opponent's strength. Don't underestimate this ability. After sensing the energy in the opponent's body, you can compare it with yourself, so as to know what level of strength the opponent is roughly equivalent to your own. That is to say, with this trick, he can see what level other people are without having to worry about the other party's realm. The only problem is that when the opponent's strength exceeds his own, he will definitely not be able to sense it. This ability can also perceive the composition and energy of various things. For example, whether the food he ate was poisoned, whether there was toxicity, and so on. This trick is called sword of all beings feeling. After forging a sword move in a single thought, Su Yang swept across the person above with his sword intent again. Very strong. In contrast, it can probably reach his sword intent LV35 or so. LV35, this realm is a martial saint, right? Su Yang already had an inference in his mind. Didn't expect that the strongest man in the world would find him right after he came to the capital. No, this is at most the second in the world, and he is the number one in the world. He has shown such great strength, is so young, and has risen so fast, he will definitely be targeted. After all, who doesn't want to quickly improve their strength, especially the old monsters who have been stuck in a certain realm for a long time? Fortunately, his strength has improved fast enough, so there is no need to worry about this potential danger. Pushing open the window, Su Yang flew into the air. What I saw was an old man with a light breath. His body was a bit twilight, and he felt that he would fall down at any time, but he was still holding his breath. I have met the great Xia Wusheng. Su Yang saluted respectfully. Huh. Zhang Sheng had a strange expression on his face. How do you know it's me? You and I haven't seen it before. The strength of the martial sage is supernatural, and I can naturally tell the difference. Su Yang explained the reason. Interesting. Zhang Sheng was even more shocked. His strength was seen through. Did you know that you have been targeted by some old monsters? Before exposing your strength, you have already considered this issue, and naturally there is a way to deal with it. How to respond? Anyone who is against me will naturally be killed. Thank you for watching. Continue exploring the fascinating world of Chinese novels with us. Hit that subscribe button on Chinese Novel Audiobook to stay updated with our latest stories, and never miss out on a great listen.